change that.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Pathfinder Marathon game. Great news tonight for everybody. I have no announcements. I can see we've only got like one person in the chat right now, too. I think it's Jack. And that one person's heard all my announcements in the past few days, so I've got nothing to announce. I also don't think we need a recap today, considering of how we are starting. We just played like 2 days ago. So I think we are good to just go ahead, get started, and right into it for a change today. What about you, players?
This sounds like sabotage.
This feels a little petty.
Sabotage.
This feels
What do you mean?
petty.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
Lawyer.
My community's been around for a bit now. Why don't they do my announcements today for me? Guys, do I have anything to announce?
Do I have anything to announce?
Yeah, do you have anything to... You know what? Betty, would you like to do announcements for things going on in your life today? Go ahead.
So I figured out my shotgun has a light strike.
All right, we're done with Betty doing announcements forever.
Wait, but I
think
want
we
to know
could
what that
do-
means.
I don't.
I do. I think we outvote.
Jack, would you like to hit us with the recap
He was-
that I know you're going to get that you know you're going to give like flawlessly?
I don't know about flawlessly. I'm a little tired tonight, so I might slur, but sure.
Yo, what?
I understand what he means, but you can understand what I heard.
So, last time.
Don't take their shit, Jack. You're my favorite.
You're my
Last
favorite
time
too, with how many
on
times
River
you
the
saved me in
Bards.
Cyberpunk.
Age of Ashes. Our long beleaguered and finally victorious group departed the ancient chamber known as Alcetta's Ring and returned to the town of Breachel. While newer members may have been hopeful, for others it was perhaps a sour trip. They wondered why they were even going back there. They had saved this town for now, yes, but also knew there would be no fanfare, no welcome, no reward, no thanks. Indeed, through the course of their adventures, they had been treated with scorn by this town's council at every step. There was no sympathy for their fallen comrades, no compensation for their investigations, or for their numerous victories over the town's enemies. Some had even been threatened with imprisonment for daring to ask for a basic token of respect and appreciation. To hear tell, the town was run by a bunch of psychopathic buffoons. Was it true, others thought? Certainly they were in Isker, a land ruled by devil worshippers. But this was a border town, one with a good reputation, a distinct culture, and a pantheon of deities that certainly set it apart from its host nation. Regardless, the possibilities of their recent discovery danced in their heads. A ring of portals, even to heavens knows where, was a boon that many would desire. For the commerce-minded, there was endless potential for trade. For the adventure-seeking, well, it's a tantalizing buffet to gorge themselves on. For those seeking to protect the locals, a mighty pile of dangers to entertain
That's
themselves
one nice
with.
cock.
And for the faithful, perhaps an answer to why they'd been summoned. But it was quite clear. Those who controlled the abandoned and ruined citadel of Alteran controlled the ring. And so claiming what they had conquered became a priority. So a detachment of the party reluctantly approached the council, as others handled their own business, to inform the council of what they had accomplished and to see what could be done going forward. Their usual contact was not available, and so they asked for another. Of the options presented, they selected a man named Quentin Pisandi, and were asked to sit and wait a moment. Well, moments turned into minutes, and minutes had turned into hours. And as they were about to leave, they were presented with a note to meet Pisandi at his business offices. And so they went. Before taking a seat or even greetings and introductions, they were presented with a very long and detailed contract. An exclusive contract for taking ownership of the Citadel and its reconstruction, couched in infernal legalese. Clearly, this man had eyes in the city, and sought to use the party for his own nefarious ends. The contract was read over very carefully, and was soon found to be deeply unfavorable, downright threatening to their ambitions, completely unconscionable to others. He cajoled and attempted to bribe the envoy to no avail, but they did agree to present the opportunity to the rest of the crew. So they did. In the discussions, it was finally revealed that a member of the party already had the deed to the Citadel. So the deal was summarily rejected by the party, to be answered on the morrow. And after some midnight shenanigans where some wayward members of the party thought that thievery of a deed might somehow be acceptable by law, they awoke from their slumber, once again visited the offices of Pasandi, this time with the full crew. And so here we begin tonight's episode with a wicked councilman trying to get what he sees as a bunch of dupes to accept his infernal bargain.
Damn, dude, that was just entirely slander against my NPCs. I just sat here for a good 5 minutes of hearing that these NPCs suck. Thanks, Jack.
May I just say one thing?
Shout out real quick to Merit577 for the follow. Hope you enjoyed your subsequent ban.
Damn.
Speed running being a member of the community. See ya, idiot. Carry on, Warlock.
Can we get a round of applause for Jack? Because I absolutely just love his in-character recaps. It gives me like it'll give me those like ending caps of like fairy tale with the characters narrating what's gonna happen next kind of vibe.
I like to imagine
I really fuck with that heavy.
I like to imagine he's saying this to the guy at the Mason.
Regardless, Quintino Posandi, because you got his name wrong. It's Quintino, not Quinton.
Quintino, okay.
Recall.
But honestly, it's such a minor thing to have missed in your normally perfect notes otherwise.
He's one letter off.
He is sat across from you all. Shivshank is still going over the various notes, the legalese, and more. And he looks to you all. So, are we ready to sign?
And Julian will stand up and say, you know, this is the second time we've met, and we haven't really been formally introduced. I'm Father Julian, a recent member of the addition to the party. Cleric of Erasmus.
Father, you lead a church?
Well, I'm a wandering, as I said, servant of Erasmus. He's a god of farms and commerce, as it would have it. And I've been listening to you here, taking it all in. Let me say that, you know, Erasmus might have many a favorable thing to say about you. Number one, it's very apparent that you care about your family. You know, this family business that you built, it's quite an impressive thing. Yeah, second, you know, your business acumen is terribly good. And, you know, he will continue to, you know, flower him up a little bit make an impression, if that's possible.
Ooh.
You can certainly try.
Okay. Where is it? Diplomacy.
I'm sorry.
Making him okay. Why is that under deception? Oh, there it is.
Okay, let me roll
Okay,
something
so
I'm rolling something in response. Osandi steeples his fingers and rests his elbows on his desk. He says nothing as you kind of flower him up and things like that, but Julian, you can tell his full attention is now trained on you. You have an innate understanding that he's waiting for you right now to get to the point. Your flowery words are not having an impression on him that's improving his mood, but they're not dampening it either. He just is not the kind of man who responds well to idle words. He speaks very little and only when is needed, and he's waiting for you to do the same. If you want to make a good impression on him in the future, it's actually the less flattery and the more to the point, the better with this man. However,
And so Julian was.
he is respecting your skill with your tongue right now. Again, while it might not have had the effect that you wanted, it's also no penalty, and he's now waiting for whatever it is that you were teeing up to with that speech.
Good. And so Julian will continue. Now, sadly, I cannot bless this deal. For, there's obvious questionable activities that you're engaging with, and
Obvious, he says with a question mark on the end of it, cutting you off.
indeed,
Like what?
and well, the obvious thing that you're engaging in money laundering, and perhaps the
Are you accusing me of money laundering?
understand that my domain, my lord's domain, is in rural areas. And I care not what happens in towns. So,
But are you accusing me of money laundering, Father?
I'm accusing you of things that might besmirch my honor, which would
Surely you have the evidence
result
to back these
in the
claims
loss
up.
of faith from my God. Yes, all that you have seen, all that we have seen, all that's in your contract, and we understand this. It's understood.
You do understand this, he says again with a question mark.
And understand that it's, as I said, no business of mine. But regardless, the issue here is that, you've been speaking to a bunch of people who aren't lawfully representing the actual owner of the castle. And so before, we go any further, Shivshank, while, he may be in the same party, this party is not a legal entity. And the owner of the party is an individual. Before we engage with any further talks, I would suggest to that person that we retain some legal representation that is not conflicted, and that we survey the damage to the Citadel ourselves and take it from there. We'd be happy to come back to you once that's done, if that would be okay with you.
He stares for a very long time and then gives an incredibly deep sigh. I was under the impression that it was clear that whoever signed this contract would become the representative for your party between us. I had hoped that you would have taken the time to discuss that role amongst each other and would have come to this meeting prepared. Are you prepared to proceed today or not?
We had come to this meeting prepared to reject your entire proposal, and all of us had agreed. If you want us to take that approach, we can. But that true decision lies with a single individual.
Which is who?
I will leave that for himself to name if he so wishes. But until then, I do advise him to get legal counsel.
Basandi looks to you all and says, I am losing faith in this deal myself at this point. If none of you can come forth at this point and tell me who speaks for your organization.
As I said, this is no
Maybe you're right.
legal organization.
Maybe you should be rejecting this deal. Maybe I shouldn't have put it on the table to begin with. Shivshank, you snap up from just going over the contract. You've missed whatever's led to this, but Posandi is in the process of to cancel the agreement.
And perhaps that's for the best. we do know that there are multiple agencies in this town that can provide the services that we need. Unskilled labor, we can get from anywhere.
Unskilled labor, yes, you might be able to find, but I will assure you, skilled labor is hard to come by. And unskilled labor that's organized is even more difficult to find.
Well, I tell you, I've worked with a lot of labor in my life. I can organize up some labor right quick. That's not a problem.
You are free to believe that, outsider.
All right. Let's not get hasty, all right? I was reading your contract. There's a lot in here. I got a little distracted. I was thinking about an ex of mine, just some reminiscences and so on. So I
Well,
apologize.
you were busy thinking. Your compatriot has sought fit to accuse me of money laundering.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything like that, but I do have some other concerns about this contract of yours. If you still willing to
At this
discuss it.
point, as I had mentioned, your ally has saw fit to allude to the fact that you have already decided which person amongst your group represents you.
Yeah, I think that's me.
You are the one who Father Julian says is the owner of the Citadel?
I'm representing the group. You asked who represented the group. You didn't ask who owned the Citadel.
I did, originally.
Shake.
I had discussed
Is
that.
this group a legal entity? And do you represent, has the person who owns the Citadel given you license to represent him in this manner?
And this is the issue. As you can see, Father Julian continuously keeps bringing up the person who owns the Citadel. In addition, in our last phase of our discussion, you had mentioned hypothetically someone might be in possession of the deed. At this point, I believe that that's not a hypothetical any longer, thanks to Father Julian speaking on it. So at this point, I will be very, very blunt and ask openly, as you have been very blunt in your accusations. Do you know where the deed to Citadel Altarian is?
Are you asking me? Or are you asking the whole group?
He addressed that to the room.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
And everybody turns to Jeff. So Sandy doesn't say anything, he just stares at you, Jeff, waiting for you to continue.
He just asked if we knew where it was, not where it was.
I know, but he's not saying anything else. He's waiting for you to continue. He just stares at you, Jeff.
I'm just gonna stare at him.
Gentlemen, I don't believe a staring contest is really in order here. You asked if anybody in the group knew where it was, and my compatriot here answered in the affirmative. I think he answered your question. Can we move on?
I see. So I am required to be extremely exacting in any questions that I have in dealings with you? You will not offer up any information unless it is expressly asked for? I apologize then for my poor wording of the question. Where is the deed to Citadel Altarian?
It is in a right treacherous cavern underneath the Citadel itself.
You haven't claimed it despite knowing where it is?
There's a mean guardian guarding it, so I can't.
He looks to the rest of you. Does anyone contradict that?
Nope, won't contradict it. In fact, I got my nose in my book.
Mr. Passandi, these questions, I know you have eyes around town. I've been looking and our group.
Julian,
But frankly,
he raises his left hand at you in a two-fingered kind of wave of stop talking as he's staring at Jeff. Jeff, roll me a deception because you are lying.
What?
Let's see what activity would be the best for it. And did you say what? I'm not lying?
There's literally a action for lying.
Okay, roll me that then. Thank you. You're free to leave.
Talking to me specifically?
No, he's talking to the whole group. You may go.
so Father Julian will step on up and head on out the door.
Sounds like it's time for me to get a drink.
Does anybody stay or try to convince him to change his mind?
I'm not.
May I consult with my compatriots for a few minutes there, boss?
You are going to need to roll a persuade or anything to convince him to not just, you know, take the deal off the table at this point. But you can roll that. I'm also going to give you a +2 circumstance bonus because Julian previously made a very good make an impression check. So he is impressed with y'all, even though it's not the flattered to an excess that you probably expected him to be, Julian. Because it did succeed, just not in the way that you probably expected, because he's not a man who cares for flattery, you know what I mean?
Well, I wasn't really flattering him per se, just making sure that I understood where he was coming from and what kind of person that he was, and that, in fact, Julian does respect him, and he does. But
yeah, he did pick up on that, and that's why, like, although it might not have seemed like a positive roll, I do want to assure you it was. He rolled pretty high in his sense motive, so he was aware that you were kind of like speaking your words up, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
I can do a request. Is that what this would be?
Request would be appropriate in this case.
And a +2, you said?
Yes.
All right. Is this in the tower or?
If it says secret beside it, it'll tell you. If not, then just you can roll it openly.
It does not. No.
Then it'll roll openly, and you can choose to spend hero points on it.
Oh, yeah.
And a hero point on that.
I would figure you would, yeah.
No, I didn't do that right. I don't think. There we go. Try that again, shall we?
Here comes a 2.
Here comes a 2. Yeah, well, you know, No.
It was close. It was close.
No,
With the
that's all right.
additional +2 is a total of a 32.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the 2 on the.
He looks to you, Shivshank, his eyes kind of hooded, shaded, and clearly annoyed. But he says, fine, I'll work on the first draft of the rewrites you and I had discussed. Shivshank?
Yes, sir.
I hope that when it comes to business, your uncle's house is in better order than this one's is. I'm excited to work with him.
Mr. Pasandi, we're working on it, okay? We've got, we are a group of people from a variety of backgrounds, so it's not quite so easy, but we're putting it together.
I understand.
And we're both...
Don't keep me waiting too long, Shivshank.
We're both business people. Let me, we can help each other out, you know, one hand washes the other.
I hope we can.
But let me speak with my compatriots, and I'll be back with you.
He takes a parchment of paper and a new quill out and begins writing the next draft for for your guys' contract carry on, as you are all allowed to exit his office. You can go wherever you'd like. Amara lets you know that if you don't want to go anywhere, you can stay in the waiting room while you discuss things. Mr. Pasani has asked us to give you any considerations that you might need. We also have a private bathhouse. It's meant to be for the workers, but Mr. Pasani has said you could utilize it for your discussion if you'd like to have it in comfort and privacy.
At this moment, Julian would sidle up to Jeff and whisper to him, "Do you like me to go find you a lawyer?"
I mean, to be fair, no matter what he offers, I'm not quite fond of dealing with the mob.
No, I understand that, but, your deed, and look, I'm fully willing to back you up on whatever it is you do. The deed is rightfully yours in my eyes. But you'll need to get that recognized by the town and even the nation, perhaps. We need to go over what exactly it gives you the right to. And also, who knows? I mean, maybe because, this was run by the Hell Knights. It might have some sort of tax benefit over the town, something we don't even know about, hidden away in there. So we need to go over this thoroughly, run it by the council, and get it authorized formally so that you are the representative of the castle. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, it's completely valid. I think we should go and look for a valid lawyer.
Right.
Gonna look over with Juno.
Are there any other taverns that aren't the one you stayed in last night, which is obviously run by this man, somehow? Or at least he has eyes in it.
There is. And
Right.
unfortunately, I can't remember the name of it.
So, Juno speaking. Hey,
Do I need to recall
Recall what?
for the other name? The name of the other tavern. I actually might have it in the notes. No.
and Julian just came to this place, so he doesn't know the ropes, but he'd probably be looking for, the bar of Caden Callion, if you know where that is.
Oh yeah, the keg.
Not
So you boys all want to head on over to the keg. Sounds like a proper place to sit and have a bite and maybe a drink over this. Plan our next steps.
I'm really excited
Yeah,
if we get our next raid, because I've added a new alert if we are raided, and it's very cute. We'll see if it works
I
or
know
not.
this is something that could better be discussed over a full stomach.
You guys heading back to the Wizard Grace, where all of your food and drink has been paid for by Posandi Bros?
No.
Well, another bar in town you've been to a few times.
Pickled ear.
Pickled ear,
something
that's
like that.
true. Yeah, pickled ear.
You also know,
Actually,
just
we've got
from
friends over there.
yeah, and from dealing with her, that the owner of the Pickled Ear is infamously tight-lipped. You guys had to basically attract her a whole new business
true.
category to get her to talk about a fucking basement
A hole
of
in her
hers.
floor.
Yeah, which, by the way, remember, still exists. And if you do get the Citadel, it is going to be like always a thing between the Pickled Ear and the Citadel, unless you gave that in.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Shipshank with your engineering or whatever it is, just collapse that
No.
cave.
I'm hearing that there's a free snack. It takes a little bit of a walk to get to it, but it gets there.
There's also, I will remind you of one of the other bars in town. Caden's Keg is one. It's a well-kept tavern that's one of the more popular places to enjoy a hearty meal and a pint of ale. It also doubles as a temple of Caden Kylene, the freewheeling accidental god.
Best kind of God, the accidental kind.
Yep. So it's a it is a bar that doubles as a temple.
Yeah, that sounds like a proper place. Why don't we all hit there for the pint and yeah, maybe good plate of food, and then we'll talk over the next steps.
I would actually recommend the Pickled Ear. We already got some friends over there, and I think it would be a safe place to talk. I don't know how. I don't know about the discretion of the folks over at Caden's Cake. To be honest with you, I've never been over there. If you insist, we can go there, but I think the Pickled Ear might be the better option.
And so, by discretion, do you mean these people are, let's say,
They mind their business.
your kind of business? So, also, you might say.
Sorry. To clarify, I understand that you misheard. He said they mind their business, not my kind of business.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said they mind their business. Yeah.
I mean, would these be the same type of people that Passandi would know?
I mean, I couldn't tell you who Sandy knows or doesn't know, because to me he's got a lot of contacts. But I have a suspicion that we could speak there, find a quiet corner to do some kibitzing, and, bingo bango, we could come to some agreements among ourselves without fearing being overheard and stuff getting back to Passandi.
All right, that sounds good. And do you think there might be good enough information there to be had as far as, say, if we wanted, a third-party lawyer, one who's an expert in this nation's laws, and perhaps the provenance of the Citadel?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure what the chances are that there's going to be any lawyers in town at all. I guess anything's possible, but this isn't although it's a good-sized town, it's not exactly a bustling metropolis either. But anything's possible, we could ask.
And even if there was any lawyers, I'm sure they're already bought.
Or that,
Perhaps,
yeah.
but, at Caden, I was thinking Caden Callians because his type is a little bit more rebellious, and not so much on the dark side of things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we have our discussion over at the Pickled Ear, have a couple of drinks. When we come to some agreement among ourselves about what we want to do with Mr. Passandi, we can then go to the Caden's Keg, and we can ask around there to see if they have any recommendations for a lawyer.
Fair enough, Shifshank. Let's go to this Pickled Ear of yours.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you guys head over to the Pickled Ear. As you're there, a large woman in an apron with a big heart on the front of it is handing out flyers. There's also posters all over various, signpost buildings everywhere with a rough sketch of what appears to be a Shuni wearing a monocle and the "Have you seen my dog?" ? Contact Renata Gilroy of Le Mans Lament.
Can I roll a sneak?
You can roll me a sneak to the Pickled Ear without being spotted.
Oh, please be good.
You successfully stealth by the large apron woman. Let's see if your party does the same or if they choose to engage with her.
I see her, and then you just see Jeff go, "Oh fuck her," and then pick up the side of his coat and just shield himself.
It disappears in a puff of smoke.
Does anybody engage with the posters of this large aproned woman?
Nope, walking past.
Nope.
Nope.
Because everyone's walking past her.
All right, y'all walk past her. She like holds out a flyer that obviously is of Jeff and says, "Have you seen my puppy? He's a lost little boy, can't look after himself."
Haven't seen.
When will you come home, Mr. Snuffles? You guys sneak into the pickled ear. As a note,
Snuffles.
Lamont's Lament is right here. And that's the pickled ear.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, right next door.
You guys make it into the pickled ear. Roxy waves at you as you guys kind of come in. The tavern has a less rowdy reputation thanks to you guys' efforts, but even then, it's still a place for toughs. It's now just a place for toughs and their daughters. As you can see, there is a, some strong-looking river workers. So they'd be people who, move barges up and down the river. Normally, they'd be looking for a drink and a fight, but you can see a few of them have children with them today. So it's like a dive bar, but a dive bar that's become well-known enough that, like, the people who would normally go to a dive bar to fight can bring people that, like, aren't toughs too, thanks to your guys' intervention.
The Waffle House got bought half, and now it has a Denny's in it too.
I was gonna know the Waffle House has a McDonald's play place.
Exactly. And you guys come all in. Roxy approaches and says, "Hey boys, what can I do for you?"
We're looking for a quiet corner to have a discussion amongst ourselves. We thought, given that we helped you out before and you helped us out, that maybe we could come here, buy a couple of drinks, and maybe find a quiet corner to chat, if that's all right.
Absolutely. John, Juan, make sure nobody bothers them. And three tough-looking bouncers that all look suspiciously identical apart from one of them take up, watchman positions far enough away from your table that they aren't able to hear anything you're talking about, but close enough that if anyone tries to sit near you, they will intercept them.
Oh god, it's the people that hide the bodies.
Thanks,
John,
Roxy. You're the best.
John, and Juan are my body cleaning service in the Cyberpunk games.
I hate that I think I know what you got those from.
I didn't get them from anything. I made them up myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
John
a
and
there's
Juan
a
have existed before John and Johnny.
Yeah.
no, not that. It's a show.
Oh yeah, no. John, and Juan have existed for maybe like a decade in my writing.
That is great.
The names are spelt like this.
If there's not a JAWN John, I'm upset.
That's a John, and you can only say that if you live in the Philly area.
Regardless, the Johns take up position, and we'll make sure you're not disturbed.
And Julian will slip 5 silver pieces into her hand as he walks by. Thank you for your discretion.
Much appreciated.
Our pleasure.
All right. All right, fellas. So, what's everybody's opinion about this here offer made by Mr. Basandi?
I'd say outright refuse it.
Indeed. Personally, I can't be, seen doing business of such nature with a man doing such things. If he was ever caught, it would reflect poorly on me, and I'd lose my abilities as a cleric.
Shivshank,
That's right out.
as a note, they only know he was trying to money launder in the previous contract because Johnny Life told them. If you lied or obfuscated the truth to the party, he could money launder in the new contract without the party's knowledge. Like, you would just have to reassure them otherwise. However, anyone who makes a decipher writing on the contract would be able to realize that, yeah, no, he's still money laundering. Just to let you know, the only reason you know money laundering is present, because none of you have actually confirmed it, is because Johnny Life told you money laundering was present. You currently, now that he's holding on to the contract and rewriting it, you have no evidence that he's actually doing that, and Johnny Life could have been wrong or failed a roll.
Nobody ever said we gave him back the contract.
He left it on the table, I was assuming, because he's got to rewrite
Why would
it.
we leave it on the table?
Because he's got to rewrite it. You already refused the first contract. He was rewriting it.
You said that we had it on us the entire time, though.
Right.
Okay,
And,
let's
I
flash
think
back.
Juno
Let's
was going to want to hold on to that for evidence, right? So
yeah, let's flash back to that then. Juno's not here, unfortunately, to exert his will. But as you guys get up to leave, if you go to try to take the old contract, he says, you should leave that here since we're rewriting it. It's null and void at this point, aside from the NDA.
if it's null and void, then there's no harm in us keeping it.
Roll a thief.
He just stares at you, Julian.
What?
Anyone else gonna speak? Why would you want to
Could be
keep a
nice.
contract that's null and void?
We can review it again and just mark off highlights and bring it back of things we would like rewritten on it.
Roll me a
And
request.
We can cross reference from there. Things you want, things we want, and then we'll meet in the middle.
Roll me a request.
Okay. Still don't have my activities, so I believe it's diplomacy.
It's a diplomacy.
Okay, here it goes.
I believe you've taken enough notes and we've discussed enough things verbally for it to be on the table at this point. The previous contract, though, will need rewording. You said you were uncomfortable with it. And as a note, Shivshank, although you had made your request previously to keep the offer on the table, this is damaging that. Meaning that although I had said you had succeeded previously, they are increasing that DC right now. So if depending on this conversation goes, it might have failed entirely and he might just stop the offer altogether. John Dredd, so yeah, he says, I don't think you need that. And the contract is null and void in the first place and you were under an NDA for it.
We never signed an NDA.
It was a
None of us
verbal
ever
one.
signed an NDA. No,
Verbal
nobody ever
can't be
even
upheld.
agreed. Nobody ever agreed to a verbal NDA either.
He puts his fingers on his temple and just kind of massages them, clearly annoyed.
You can't be annoyed when you try and have a gentleman's agreement over a very serious contract.
When considering an offered contract, in the terms it can be written that the contract itself is not able to be discussed, because it could be damaging to our business or our interests. If you were to take that to Tuskhead Stoneworking or anywhere else, it would be highly damaging to Posandi Bros, meaning that when I bring up the fact that you are under an NDA and you are expected to not take this to our competitors, it is not only legally binding, but it is also just bad business.
And also, just to point out, it's not an NDA, it's a non-compete clause. NDA is
non-disclosure.
revealing the
Yeah.
so we can't tell them what it's about, but unless there's a non-compete, we can go to whoever. Which
Yeah.
I understand is part of the
He had
thing.
included the non-compete in addition to the non-disclosure. Yes. Because he had told you can't go to Tuskhead Stonework, but also you can't talk about the contract.
But, neither Julian or Johnny Life or anybody else before they left that place agreed to it and explicitly disagreed to it. So, and he's let us leave anyway.
That's correct. And then Shipshank
okay.
said, "Hey, let us talk about it." Until, Ari,
Mr. Passandi, might I interject here? Let me just point out that I think we would have more useful conversation if we can get down to the meat and potatoes of the contract rather than quibbling over this side stuff, as it were. I understand you are a very influential man in this town, and I think that we can both. Well,
your
I'm
organization hasn't treated me that way at all since we've been discussing things. They seem to treat me like some sort of money laundering fool that they can get away with whatever it is that they want from. I've been accused as much, and now when I'm told that the contract that you have declined, you want to take it with you for some reason.
We are attempting to come up with a counter offer. I'm sure you can appreciate that.
I can. You don't need that old null and void contract in order to come up with a counter offer, do you?
Actually, we do, because we need to be able to refer to the terms of the agreement as written. It's much easier to do that than to try to reconstruct it.
So then the terms and agreements that we had already discussed the last time we spoke,
perhaps
aren't in this contract. What happens with those? We have already discussed this previous contract. You have gotten my counteroffer, and we have discussed your issues with it.
Correct.
I had expected your group would have come here prepared to discuss it. Now I am very quickly realizing that you are not only not prepared, but that you are alluding to potentially having a deed, but not being willing to say who has the deed, lying to me about where the deed is. You will leave here and you will sort out your arrangements. You will not be taking the null and void contract anymore. If you wish to have the offer on the table, Shivshank, you have done an excellent job at saying that you might be able to get your group together to be able to discuss such a thing. But as of this point, I am 3 more words away from canceling any arrangement that we could have had and seeking to take my business, my workers, elsewhere.
Mr. Passandi, I would like the opportunity. You're not very businesslike, Mr. Passandi, but I will take this under consideration and we'll be back with you.
As you say that, he takes up the old contract and rips it in half. Unless anyone wants to get physical to stop him from doing so. He reaches out to the contract that's on the table, he picks it up, yep, rips it.
Yeah, sure.
All right. And now you guys are at the pickled ear without the old contract in hand. Carry on. Would anyone like to roll a sense motive on Mr. Passandi as you're leaving?
Sure, may as well.
It is highly unlikely that you guys will be able to work with him going forwards now, unless you come back looking far more professional and unified than you were in that meeting.
That's fine. I don't think anybody wanted to work with him anyway.
That's which is fair.
I want to do a sense motive, but a different kind of sense.
Yeah.
Will he be actively working against us as a councilman?
Go ahead and roll. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You go with any other stonemasonry business in the city apart from his, he will be heavily working against you. You will find that you are going to have a lot of difficulties unless you can somehow now not, if you can't sign a contract with him, unless you can placate him. That last back and forth about the contract, he has inferred that you guys intend to do him harm at this point, and his mood has gone from the original friendly it was at to neutral and now to hostile. So you might be able to get him back to neutral if you make proper concessions. But as it stands, unless you sign with them, he will work heavily against you now.
This is why I hate every city. We should just murder everybody. It's hard. It's hard for to be heroes in Rivers campaigns when every NPC sucks.
I don't
Except
know why.
Except Jorel Black Tusk. I like Jorel.
You
Black
don't
Tusk.
know why?
I don't know why, no. Personally, out of character, I think his offer to you was pretty generous and beneficial to both groups.
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
If you're a criminal,
destroyed
sure.
the party. It would have completely destroyed the party because neither Julian or Juno can actually do this without, some major repercussions to their characters.
Yeah, I think that sucks that Johnny Life just outed the fact.
And second, even despite you saying it was a good financial deal, double the cost of organized labor when, as you said before, we could go and search for it ourselves and probably get it for half the price.
But not for
instead
skilled
of
labor.
Double the price. Yeah, but we don't even know exactly what we need to do in this castle that requires skilled or
That is
unskilled
true.
labor.
That is true, and
So-
Shivshank actually brought that up last session, where he was made the offer for them to come and survey it. Julian,
Yeah,
you
and it
then
would
took
take-
that
it
offer
would take
off
20
of the table by then saying that, we think we should do it ourselves.
Right, but it would have taken them 20 days to do that, you said, which is just an unreasonable amount of time.
Absolutely.
For anybody to do anything like that.
So that could have been
and-
negotiated. And again, it was meant for them for their own goals and things like that, but that could have been negotiated. The problem was if you had wanted to deal with him, there was a lot of he works very subtly, and there was a lot of overt accusations in the beginning of the session towards him before Rogic arrived that really upset him. Accusing. No. So what, guys? It is fine for whatever you go with. I just don't want you being like, oh man, the NPCs are so unreasonable. He is reasonable. He just wanted to benefit his own goals and was going to benefit yours along the same way. Was it moralistically correct? God, no. He's a criminal. Absolutely not. I'm not going to defend that shit. But it was a pretty reasonable offer for you guys to, help him launder money through magic items if he couldn't do it through the Citadel.
Honestly, I feel like we'd be fine working with him if he just did an honest business deal this once instead of laundering. Like, hey, let's hire your workers, and you leave us the option to still hire the other guy. He has a bunch of
That would have been
quarry.
That would have been stuff you might have been able to negotiate, but you called him a money launderer to his face. That is the
Julian
thing.
Happened while I was dealing with tax shit.
Yeah.
Well, Julian will call it like he sees it in that case, but
That's
sorry to
fine.
say.
I'm not going to come down on anybody. I think you handled that perfectly, but when it comes to
And I
people
will
then
say,
going, man,
Julian wasn't even judgmental about it because, Arassel, as he said, doesn't care for towns and cities for this very reason. It's like, towns and cities are like a whole bunch of villages smashed together, all competing for, the same resources and all these factions and whatever. And it's just fighting and politics and whatever. Arassel doesn't care about any of that. So he's just like,
I agree.
You guys do what you want to do.
I want to be clear. I don't think anyone role-played that badly. I don't think anybody handled that negotiation badly. I think that you all were representing your characters as well as your characters' goals and morals. Shivshank was doing great wheeling and dealing. Johnny Life wanted what Johnny Life wanted, and so revealed the fact that he was money laundering to everybody as a way to try to force them out of the deal. Which, again, I think was a good idea. Johnny Life doesn't want the deal. I think that this made it really, like, Boneman, I think you've made it since the party's not going to go with the deal, because then Julian called him a money launderer to his face, and he pulled the deal off the table himself. Like I said, the only thing that I don't like is that, oh man, all these NPCs in every river campaign are trying to screw us over. Because he wasn't. He was moralistically not great, but also he wasn't going to screw you over. We'll see now, though. Now he's
well. I mean, here's the thing. From my point of view, looking at this from a lawyer's point of view, the terms of the agreement were too wishy-washy. Now, we could have tried to negotiate that, but obviously all the background nonsense about whether or not he's laundering money is going to potentially prohibit that, likely prohibit that. But at the end of the day, calling it a fair agreement, I think, is an overreach of a statement, because I didn't like many terms of this agreement just because of how open-ended they were. And I think that many of them benefited Pasandi over us in any event. Maybe in practice they wouldn't have. Maybe you didn't intend them to.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
Doing my best.
But no, I get it. I'm just saying, you know, the open-endedness of some of the terms and so on was driving me nuts. My little lawyer brain was not happy.
Honestly,
saying, oh, if you default on a payment or something, and then we get to take out the amount of the worth of the Citadel in magic items, but we'll just kind of shift that to the side. He could, like, at any point say, go and say, oh no, we're actually going to just repossess the castle instead, and say fuck you guys.
And that's the problem with when you engage with criminals, is that there is a modicum of trust between the both of you engaging in crime activity, that him screwing you over wouldn't benefit him in the long run, because then you would be able to report him to as a criminal. So that's what happens when you work with a money laundering business in the first place, is that they're like, oh hey, yeah, you have to just let me make up whatever the fuck I want to make up, but also you have to trust me. I'm not going to screw you over, because I have to trust you're not going to report me to the police. So yes, I agree, Rogich. And if we had had more time, I think that, between games, we probably could have come up with something cool involving the contract, like an actual written contract. Yeah. But
here's my position out of character. I feel like we've already spent probably far more time, unless you guys are really enjoying contract negotiation. I think we've spent far more time on this than it really makes a lot of sense, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a bunch of dice rolls to determine whether or not we successfully accomplish whatever we're trying to accomplish in fixing up and otherwise improving the Citadel, I assume, because that's just how Pathfinder works. So let's come to an agreement, role play it out, but let's maybe not drag this out for another whole session, because I would like to move on with the proper start to the.
If people are tired of this Posandi plotline, we can, out of character, just say that you all agree not to humor his contract and start the scene with you instead at Tuskhead Stoneworking, or without you contracting any stonemason.
I think that we do want to discuss the next plan, which would, probably, as I said, talking about maybe obtaining a lawyer to ensure that, Jeff, has proper title and ownership of the castle, or whatever. So, I mean, I think there's stuff to play out there, but, maybe going to see the Citadel and take stock of what needs to be done. But,
yeah.
Let me role play something with Jeff here for a minute.
Sure, you guys are in the pickled ear now.
That's one nice cock.
Hey, so Dogface, can I chat with you for a second, buddy?
Yeah, sure. Where are we going?
Yeah, no, we're not going nowhere. I just wanted to chat something with you. I understand that there's this whole and I'm kind of keeping my voice low at this point. I understand that there's this whole issue with the deed, and you found it, and you claimed it, and so on and so forth. But are you married to the idea that you personally own this place? Are you willing to say that maybe the group as a whole owns it?
Thanks for the follow, Rosie Dewdrop.
What benefit would that have?
Well, for one, if something unfortunate would have happened to you in our travels, as has almost happened several times, it means that we don't need to figure out who your next of kin is and so on and so forth. It would just remain with the group as a whole. If you decide to leave us, it means that we don't all risk getting kicked out of a place that we may have put a lot of time and blood, sweat, and tears and money and so on into improving, because you decide that you want to go, down a different road, etc., etc. We could say that the group as a whole, call us what you will, owns the Citadel as opposed to you personally.
Sure, let's make a trust. Yeah. Sorry, that was out of character.
Speaking of which, if we are to refer to us as a group as a whole and as an organization, at this point, what are we exactly?
The Jeffs.
No.
Damn. I think it'd be funny to call the Jeffs, and there's just one Jeff.
Shivshank and friends.
River,
He says not seriously while grinning.
What's the woods located to the south of Breach Hill called?
Why?
Because I need to know just to.
Isn't it the Crimson Tide?
Thank you. How about the Crimson Band?
I don't play an instrument.
Band of adventurers, you buffoon!
I'm not a buffoon, I'm a dog.
Speaking of instruments, one second. And Julian will pop out uses summon instrument and start playing so that the party is not overheard.
Conan, where'd you get that piano?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you get that piano?
It's not a piano, it's actually a mountain dulcimer. But
Thanks.
But he will mountain dulcimer.
You don't understand how much I love those instruments.
But he'll play some nice music for you guys, so it'll cover any noise as while we're talking.
Good thinking there, pal. So, are we agreed then that the Citadel owns to the group and not to Jeff personally?
Yeah, I'm willing to make it the group as long as there is if it can't be divided equally, I get majority.
Oh, nice dancing.
Well, I think you so here's the thing. It would be owned by the group, which is a separate entity from any of us individually. So, although I suppose we could discuss splitting profits, that's kind of a separate issue.
Fair enough.
Because if you own if you look at it that way, that means that you would be on the hook for a higher share of the costs as well.
And Shivshake, not that I don't trust you, but should we not get a local attorney if we can find one who's well versed in Isgari law?
I mean,
and
we
with
could.
the town, and maybe they have good relations with the council to smooth things over. Because, from what I understand, this party is not exactly welcome for whatever reason, especially after today.
That's true. Let me ask Roxy. Hang on one second, and I go up to the bar. I assume that's where she is. Roxy.
Yep.
Hey, Roxy. You got a second there, doll?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, just wanted to know whether or not you knew of any lawyers in town or in the area that we may be able to consult with.
Well, basically all of the lawyers are on town council. Greta Gardenia, Joris Kinterclaw, Quintino Posandi, Melma Ann Sendari, and Trini Sprizzlegig.
There are lawyers.
Well, we don't really have lawyers here. The town councilors are elected for 2-year terms, though, so generally they need to know the law quite well. Johnny Life hits a nat 20 on another performance yet again.
Skeleton.
I'd say, though, if you had any legalese questions, Greta Gardenia is going to be your best bet. She's been she's known for heavily being a scholar in the town's civic history, as well as absorbing every text for philosophy and strategies of governance. If you wanted an actual lawyer, you'd probably have to wait a few months to get one out from the capital.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. All right. Thank you, doll. And here's a little something for your trouble. And he throws her. I have money here.
I appreciate it as you reach into your bag, but your friend already tipped up me. You don't need to do more unless you want to, which I won't complain about.
Yeah, let me just listen. We're all friends here, and he'll just toss her a gold.
As you hand her the gold, she asks, "What do you need a lawyer for, anyways? Maybe I can help."
Let me discuss that with my friends, but let's just say that as a group we got a particular concern we're trying to figure out.
All right, well, if you need any information on the town councilors and who they don't like and who they do like and who they support, let me know. Remember that they've all been elected individually for 2-year terms, and sometimes they get reelected.
Now, are they all elected and re-elected on the same year, or are there
every 2 years,
alternating years? Right, but what I'm saying is, as a group, are they all up for election on the same year, or is it like half in 1 year, then half the next year?
Same year.
Got it.
They're elected in order of essentially position based on the top 5.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, doll.
No problem.
He'll go back to the others. He'll kind of pass along that information. Out of character, Greta Gardenia is the head woman that just did not get along with Shivshak before, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. All right, so it seems to me that the biggest legal minds in this place is the town councilors, and I have a sneaking suspicion that they may be very familiar with local laws and so on, but I don't know how familiar they're going to be with wider Isgeri law. I don't know if that's going to matter much, but I think that's where we're at. Obviously, somebody other than me is going to need to discuss it with them if that's the direction we're going in, because I don't exactly have the best relationship with the head counselor, as it were. And as we're going, I don't think we're going to have the best relationship with Mr. Pasandi either. But having said that, let me know what you guys think, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I've heard some grumblings about this town council from you before. What exactly happened, if you don't mind my asking? And who haven't you pissed off?
Well, so the head counselor is a woman by the name of Greta Gardenia. Now, one of our previous, when me and some of my other compatriots, many of whom, with the exception of Dogface over there, have unfortunately passed on or otherwise left us. Pardon? Somebody say something?
No one said anything. Carry on.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, we were charged with finding certain somebody, a halfling, who set the town council hall on fire. We were charged with bringing him back alive so that they could question him. Now, when we found him up at the Citadel, he was threatening Helba, who was the chief of the Bamblebrashes, and he was pretty aggressive. So we were forced to kill him. We were promised 10 gold for our efforts. When we came back and explained the situation, the head counselor there, Ms. Gardenia, refused to pay us our due, saying that we killed the guy that we were supposed to bring back alive, despite the circumstances. She was not willing to consider the circumstances.
Which is
too
why,
kindly to that.
which is why, as well, Posandi paid you 10 gold.
Correct. Yeah. So, which I don't know if that went to the party or what, but I didn't take an extra 10 gold unless you think I should. Did he pay to me personally?
He put it on the table. Johnny Life didn't take it originally, and then you're welcome to have taken it now. He said it was unrelated. With your guys' sense motives, it actually was unrelated. That's probably one of the few things he was offering you that was.
Fine. I'll take his money. I'm not too proud. All right, so that's where we're at. I got into a bit of a verbal kerfuffle with Ms. Gardenia, and I think moving forward it would be best if I didn't interact with her moving forward. Now, one of you guys might be able to do it in a way that is a little less confrontational than me, but I don't think I should be involved for the good of the group as a whole.
All right. Well, I mean, there's this Miss Gardini, but I think I overheard something about fizzle gig or something.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that particular counselor. I know Mr. Pasandi is also a counselor. I don't know too much else about these others. Now, Roxy over there, the owner and the bartender, she indicated that she could assist us with some information, but I didn't want to show our hand if he didn't think it was a good idea. So I didn't say too much to her, but maybe we can confer with her about some of these others.
Well, it is probably best to remain mum until, well, I mean, I think we'll have to spill the beans to a counselor at some point about, well, just about everything. And, you know, frankly, I think we've done a great service to the town by, you know, what you all did in that cave there. But I think we'll need to bring up perhaps the ring. It is a threat to the town, after all. So do you want to speak with one of the other councilor members? Maybe this fizzle gig, or I could try to attempt to repair the relations with this Gardini if you like. But yeah, we can see.
Yeah, it might be better to speak with one of the others. I agree with you on that point. I think there's only 3 others outside of Gardenia and Pasandi that we got to choose from. But we can certainly look into it. And as I said, we can perhaps confer with Roxy over there. Maybe she can give us some insight as to which of the 3 remaining would be the best to speak with.
All right. Well, so how much exactly do we want to tell about our situation? Do we want to mention the ring?
We were originally hired to investigate and confirm whether or not the ring was real. Even though it wasn't really hired, they just wanted us to go and confirm.
And did they offer to pay you for this?
Our rewards were whatever we found there, we get to keep.
I mean, that goes without saying, right? But well, regardless, I think we should let the town know that you boys have done a great service to the town. And I think we should approach, as you said, someone who isn't Miss Gardenia. We can deal with her later, get her on our good side. But for now, we need proper legal counsel, and we should approach it as such. Ask for specifically legal counsel instead of as a counselor.
I understand. It's a little bit of a tricky situation given that both the legal experts, that the only legal experts in the town, also serve as the council people of the town, but I guess we'll do the best we can.
You suddenly flash back to how you were made to stay in Etrin's Folly for basically several months waiting for a judge to show up, and are at least probably thankful that this place doesn't have that going on.
Was that also Isger, Etrin's Folly?
Yes.
Yeah, so Isger just sucks.
Isger is a place of devil worshippers primarily that has a very centralized government and legal system in its capital. Breach Hill is pretty weird for an Isgar city because they like and let adventurers into it. Isgar cities are normally super xenophobic.
Shock.
So remember, they are way more welcoming here than anywhere else. And that's partly because, recall that the original settlers of this place just woke up with no memory of who they were or what they were doing here and had to learn all the basics to survive again on this river. So it's understandable that there might not be legal professionals apart from the 5 people that got elected to town council for being good at the legal stuff.
Okay. So, question to you boys. When we were at the Citadel, did you find any maybe legal documents in there? Stuff that we might want to peruse before we, talk to the council. See if there's any advantage we can get.
You have the deed. You're the legal owners of the Citadel, no matter what anybody else says.
Right, but if there's, like, legal things tied to that deed, like, it's a castle attached to a town, basically, right? So...
it's not actually attached to the town. So
it's a mile away, right? So
it's a mile away, but it's not owned by the town, influenced by the town. The town have had nothing to do with its construction or its history. The party's very well versed in the history of Citadel Altarian. The Hell Knights built it, staffed it, ran it until they got offered a better deal to move their headquarters somewhere else. They ditched.
Right, but was there any, agreements with the town in any regard? I mean, is there anything that will be transferred through the deed? Let's say
the deed. Nope, you don't have to do anything for the town. The deed gives you the ownership of Citadel Altarian. The town never had any deals with the Hell Knights or anything for it. The Hell Knights just made the whole area better by being there.
Okay, so the deed has no obligations or anything like that of any type to the town whatsoever.
That's right.
Okay.
You just get with the deed, you just get the Citadel. That said, the town can definitely make life harder for you if you're not getting along with it. You'd have to go much further for any labor, for instance. Plus, the town is where you guys do most of your shopping and your supplies buying, and theoretically, it's where most of your supplies would get shipped to and then transferred to the Citadel from there. Because the town is located directly on the river, and the Citadel is up a hill. So a good relationship for the town makes your life easier. It's not at all related to you owning the Citadel. Jeff has the deed. He owns the Citadel. The Hell Knights were pretty clear on how the deed is structured when you look at it and for the other documents that Jeff has. You don't owe the town anything by claiming the Citadel, and they can do nothing to stop you. If they tried to evict you or kick you out directly, the town would become pretty well hated by the Hell Knights and by the rest of their nation in a whole. That said, the town can definitely starve you out of your Citadel by being like, for us to deliver anything up there, we're going to charge like triple the cost. So there is mechanics involving public relations between you and the town that are handled in the administer action, which I had talked about before.
So, out of character, I think this is the way we handle this. It seems to me the way Ripper is discussing this that it's pretty ironclad that Jeff individually or the group as a whole, however we're going to figure that out, owns the Citadel. It's hard stop.
Yep, correct. No one can
so-
stop you from that.
Right. How we interact with Breach Hill moving forward is going to be something that is a matter for future adventuring group, whatever we call ourselves. Right.
There's also an option to just hire a seneschal to do it all for you.
Correct. So it's something that we should think about and discuss, but it's maybe not something we need to worry about and belabor the point about this second.
Yeah, although I've made a pretty clear introduction with Posandi. He is only an adversary and ally based on how much you actually want to interact with the minutia of running a citadel. I have players who prefer political stuff as opposed to combat stuff, and they like roleplay stuff, so I include things like that. But I've also said that you have the option of just hiring a seneschal. The seneschal would literally do all of that for you, and then you would never have to worry about any interactions between you and the town. You would just tell the seneschal, hey, we want to get this done and set up, and then pay the seneschal money, and the seneschal would handle all of the background politics for you.
Right. And I assume if we hired a seneschal but decided for one particular job or function that we wanted to make the role ourselves for the chance to maybe crit or whatever, we could do that.
Absolutely, but you'd go off of your
That's not all or
previously
nothing.
established contacts. So let's say right now you're hostile with Posandi. Let's say you don't want to deal with that. You just hire a seneschal. The seneschal runs the Citadel for a while and is always just taking regular successes, no failures, as is I had said that they would be doing. And then you're eventually like, well, we really want to take care of this one thing. The seneschal would not have been able to smooth over your relationship with Posandi, so he could become a problem down the line based on the actions the party has already done. That said, the seneschal is also not going to be taking penalties from Posandi being an enemy.
Yep.
It just comes down to, if you want to interact with it, then we go based on the party's relationship to everybody. If you want to just pass it over to an NPC, we just kind of put all that in stasis, in a cryostasis, and the seneschal is just handling it day to day. So it would be like the seneschal would explain to you, hey, down the road, you want to make a statue, and for some reason you don't want the seneschal just rolling to do it for you. The seneschal would be like, listen, I've been using these contacts to get around Posandi, but that's because they know me. They aren't going to talk or interact with you, meaning that if you want to handle this yourself, you have to find your own way of doing it rather than using on all the work I've been doing these past few months. If that makes sense to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's, you know...
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer a little bit more interaction. That's fine. But if you guys don't,
interaction.
Yeah,
Remember, Rogich has been in my campaigns for a while when politics and things are introduced. As always in my games, I create more plot based on what I see you're interacting with. So if you guys are like, fuck, we hate this contract shit, and you never interact with it again, I'm not going to bring it up again, nor am I going to include more of it. But if you're like, hey, we really want to be involved in the day-to-day minutia of running the Citadel, I'll keep making more plot for it, which can distract from the main plot in the book, which is not running the Citadel. It's a side thing.
Yeah.
and I'd be down for that. But I
I'm
mean,
definitely going back to Pasani solo. I got an idea. I may not have brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
What?
Just wait till we get to night.
Okay. Well, for now, though, it feels like, and I'm going to intervene on the side of the DM, Rogich is correct that the conversation has been done to death. Am I right, Rogich, that that's what you were going with?
Yeah, I mean, I just said, this is kind of a side thing. If you guys are loving it, sure, fine. But I don't want to wind up spending 5 sessions going round and round over, the minutia of contract negotiation for what will eventually become just a bunch of dice rolls, I assume. Or maybe not. If we hire a seneschal, it may not even be that much, right?
Well,
So,
remember when I had said, too, that hiring Posandi removes all the dice rolls for organized labor.
well, right. Okay. So fine. But I mean,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I will say, Rogich, if you ever hit a point where you're like, I have invested too much in this out of character and in character time for it to be down to a dice roll, tell me. I'm absolutely willing to hear that out. Be like, hey, I didn't, schmooze and verbalize my diplomacy for a fucking hour just for it to come down to a DC fucking 30 dice roll.
Yeah.
You can tell me, and then I'll be like, okay, and I'll rethink and rebalance the DCs to be appropriate for the time. I generally do that anyways. I set a DC, and then the more you talk, I actually tend to lower the DC going on, unless you're talking in a bad way, in which case the DC steadily gets higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so again, just to be clear, I think we discussed this for an hour or more last time. We're now approaching an hour and 40 minutes in this session. So
we're talked to death. Let's get some action done.
Let's move forward. If Warlock wants to try something at night, that's fine. I think we've agreed that the group's going to own the Citadel as opposed to just Jeff. So that takes that out of it. And I say we kind of take it from there.
Jeff, do you oppose the group owning the deed as opposed to you?
No.
Sorry, Rogich. Seems like the party hasn't finished discussing that.
What?
You
I
asked
literally
him,
just
do you-
agreed.
Yeah, you
Oh, wait,
asked him, do you
did you?
oppose? And he said no.
Oh, I said, do you oppose? Sorry.
Yeah.
I confused
agreed with
myself. My bad. Yeah, okay.
It was super effective.
Okay. What's the plan then for now?
I have a very, very side question, just real quick. Yes
Sure.
or no? Can I still continue being friends with Rorsk if we meet him?
Yeah. The contract actually only specified that you can't talk about the deals that you're making with Posandi Bros. So as long as you don't talk about that, Posandi can't get any further annoyed with you for discussing things with Rorsk.
I don't. That's hilarious to me. Because the whole time, just like, can I just keep my friend?
Yeah, you could also still hire him. Again, you're just gonna piss off Posandi.
What if?
I mean, we've already done that, so.
Yeah, so it's if you want to double
But,
down.
yeah,
Let's
no,
hear
I
Warlock's
just wanted to-
strategy first.
What if we
Yeah,
tell
I
him
just
about,
wanted to continue being friends with him. I like the guy.
future
like
deals that we
Pasandi
want
too,
to
though.
make with Pasandi? Not deals that he's offered, deals that we plan to offer him to get both them to work together.
Both of who to work together? Tuskhead and
Yes.
Basandi?
Yes. Like, hey,
What?
I want this service from you. I'm gonna go hire this guy for this service.
Well, I get the impression Pasandi wants a complete monopoly in the town, and that
Well,
any
he could have
competition is.
he could have the service of us hiring his skilled laborers, or he could have it not at all. Does he want
I would
money?
like to
or
point
does
out that
want
he
nothing?
doesn't need us.
Well, he needs us as an excuse to continue laundering money out of character, which I know is.
Out of character, I'm gonna correct that. He needs you as an excuse to launder more money, not to continue laundering money.
All right.
Your engagement in your refusal to engage in his business does not seem like it harms him in any way apart from the potential of you working with his competitors.
But then again, I mean, his stonemason business seems more like a front for his other business. If you know what I mean.
I'm going to disagree with you on that because you made a successful check. I believe it was you, Julian. For 50 years, someone made a check on this. It might have been Juno. If it was Juno, I'm going to say he passed that knowledge on. All of the stonework in the town for the last 50 years looks like it comes from that building. So it's not only a front, they are stonework masons. They just also do a fuckload of crime. But they are not bad at their jobs. This isn't a laundromat front. It's a union front. I think the best equivalent would be the Kansas City mob today, where they run a trucking front. They still do a lot of trucking, they just also do a lot of crime involved with the trucking.
Well, regardless, should we get up to the Citadel and start surveying, see what needs to be done?
Well, I think that would involve us making an agreement with Mr. Passandi or moving over to Tuskhead one way or the other.
I mean, we don't even know the details of what needs to be done because, as River explained, there's just kind of unskilled organized workers, which can be just done by us by talking to people around town and getting them to do it.
Correct, yes.
We don't know what tasks exactly need to be done and what it takes. So
Well, we
need
don't
to survey. We need to survey the place first.
right, but even from understood. However, having said that, I can tell you, and I don't think you were involved with the party exploring the Citadel proper, but the Citadel proper is pretty screwed up. There's holes in the walls, stuff's crumbling. So if you want it to be a
anyone
proper...
who has seen it can very clearly communicate that skilled labor will be needed at certain points.
Yeah, because I mean, you're going to need somebody who knows how to cut stone and fit it properly and do whatever needs to be done.
But, River said that before we get to see what we need to.
It needs to be surveyed. He wants to see mechanically what's going on with it first.
Okay.
The problem is that Shivshank made it sound like Posandi would be able to do that themselves. So by going to you guys and surveying, you're just annoying him more, but not more than you've already annoyed him. He's not going to get any further than hostile right now. And even then, it's more like a mild hostility, which is just like, you're not gonna get the stonemason mafia waking you up in the night trying to murder you. You're going to get issues, anything related to building the Citadel, from them until they are dealt with right now. But they can't do much legally to stop you. Economically, they certainly can.
Where's my magic items for me to launder, huh, Mr. Bone, Mr. Johnny Life?
We have talked this to death, though, and I can recognize Jack is trying to move the scene onwards to the Citadel. There's two options that I see before us right now, because we know Warlock wants to do something in the night before Posandi is fully closed off. There is the option of going to the Citadel right now, and the option of just the whole party being like, we've talked about this so fucking much, let's just table it, have a day resting and recuperating around town, and we'll finish talking about it in the morning. So, option one, go to the Citadel right now, survey it, check it out, things like that. Option two, leave it for the night, let Warlock's character do whatever mysterious thing he's gonna do, and then deal with it in the morning.
What happened to option
I think
three?
it's already the morning, so...
Yeah, it is the morning. We're supposed to be on the 24th.
Yeah, it's going to be like the next day thing. I don't know when Warlock was planning on doing it. He said he wanted to do it during the night.
Right, so this place is a mile away. We can get there in like less than half an hour, right? So why don't we just get this over with? We can see what needs to be done. Then we can, make decisions as to what to do with it, right?
John Dredd, that might interfere with whatever you've got planned. So if you do have something that you're hiding from the party and you want them to not make the Passandi situation worse, you might want to bring it up.
It just takes one factor out, but it's not critical.
Okay, in that case, boom, you're at the Citadel. I'm speeding things along. You are there.
Damn it.
What?
Oh, well, I can do my thing later.
No,
man, I can do my thing.
No. Let's gift
No,
you
it-
rarely. Players, Gift rarely gets a chance to do solo stuff. I'm going to let him do a solo thing if he wants to right now, and y'all can get upset at me for it. Gift, what is it that you want to do before you leave?
I wanted to purchase like a brand new notebook and some writing utensils, and then when we get to the Citadel, I wanted to go away from the group and just start marking what monsters and animals are nearby the Citadel.
Sure. You hear what? There's two wargs hanging around you.
Hey, Donnie, that's actually really smart, because mark down what monsters are nearby and be like, hey, these are what's lurking around the Citadel, and using the Citadel as like their den.
What?
This is what can be removed if we are stayed there.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
That's awesome.
that's what I wanted to do.
Warlock, you're piloting his sheet. Remove the money that it would take to get those, and you just bought them from Quarters and Bits.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Boom, you guys are at the Citadel. It is as ruined as it was previous. For the people who have not been here, I'm going to re-describe Citadel Altarian. And let me know if you need any images or anything for it as well. I'm just trying to pull up the old thing. The Bamble Brashers are still here as well. If anyone wanted to interact with them. Sorry, I have so many tabs open for this.
I think the only person who would be Shivshank.
So, at a quick glance, significant overgrowth has overtaken the perimeter around the Citadel. What were once well-maintained bushes have turned to wild brambles around the entire building. As a result, the 10-foot wide perimeter around the entire Citadel is countered as difficult terrain. Most of the Citadel's outer structure looks like it remains sound. However, there are multiple places where the outer walls have crumbled or collapsed entirely, exposing the interior to the elements. All of the doors appear to be wooden. Some are stuck and broken. This is just all the things doing your original survey without needing any rolls that you're noticing, okay? One of the main public entrances into the Citadel is unlocked and ajar. The other one is bolted and tied shut. There's also multiple broken masonry that just allow many easy access into the Citadel. The interior ceilings of the Citadel are 20 feet tall. There is plenty of arrow slits and crumbling open-air masonry that the ambient lighting inside the first level is dim during daylight hours. Apart from the crumbling walls, the exterior and the interior seem to be intact. Would anyone like to roll me an engineering quickly on the walls that are still holding up? I need an engineering or a stonework or an architect. Recall knowledge. So unfortunately, this is kind of Juno's entire skill bag when he's not here, huh? With his big lore engineering.
Can I use a recall knowledge crafting?
You can use a recall knowledge crafting.
Thank you.
You gotta say it like that.
When it twanks, we are.
The walls that are intact are made of reinforced masonry and have a hardness of 20.
Okay.
And let me just see if there is a... Right. Rising from the hilltop above is a looming structure of crumbling stone and still imposing battlements. The verdant nature is reclaiming the site. That's how the Citadel is generally discussed. You guys are all here. What's everyone doing? We'll start left to right. Jeff.
I guess I'm just going to take a look around, see if there's any new inhabitants.
Yeah, as you guys are approaching, a goblin pops up on the battlements and goes, "Oh, hey, it's you guys!"
John will give a wave.
They wave back. And Helba comes running out. Hey, guys.
I want to speak with Helba, but I have got to step away for just a few minutes. Can we maybe run some other stuff and come back to me?
Sure, we'll run some other stuff. I'll assume Jeff and Shivshank, their actions are talking to the Bamble Brashers. Gift, what are you up to?
I am going to start cataloging creatures and monsters.
Roll me
Let's see.
something.
Survival, I think that'll be around. Let me go check that for you.
Would it, or would it be a recall, knowledge, nature?
Tracking.
Tracks, I think. Yeah, track for tracking like the wildlife around here, monsters, mosquitoes. Ow. But yeah.
Does the
mosquitoes.
skill tell you what it does? Are you looking at that, or are you just assuming that that's the correct answer?
This is more so exploration activity. Okay.
Yep, that would be correct.
Well, there's no recall, knowledge, survival, so.
Remember, you can make your own exploration activities up. I just need to know what you're doing, what skill you're applying to it, and what your end goal is. So this would be, for instance, an exploration activity called Catalog Wildlife. And then I need to know what your end goal with that is and how you are accomplishing it. And then I will decide if it needs a roll or not.
Okay. The end goal is to catalog which creatures around here that are living around here, and the monsters that we may need to fight. And then I'm trying to use tracking and survival to make sure that we know how to take care of things if they need to be dealt with, and if there's something in the immediate vicinity that needs to be taken out, now. Or
So
like,
I can see from your sheet that you are both trained in survival and nature, meaning I'm going to allow you to do this without a roll needed. You are an expert in survival, and you are trained in nature. So I don't think that I need to apply a roll to you to see if you succeed or not. You are an expert when it comes to surviving in the wilderness, and you are at least trained enough to recognize basic things around. As you catalog and categorize, there's nothing particularly around the Citadel that you are like, what the fuck is this doing here? You find evidence of creatures, again, from a different continent, but that's mostly from the Hunter's Gate portal down below in the...
Is the dead dragon still in the center?
Yeah, the dead dragon's still there. The Bamble Brashers look like they tried moving it, but ended up leaving it. Thank you for the follow, One Shot Ann! I hope you're having an excellent evening tonight. So you spend your time just categorizing the animals around, and one thing that you discover is that there is evidence of at least one very large warg around. There's also extreme evidence of two very small wargs around. They are the puppies that have been following this whole time. One of them sits on your one boot and goes, "What?" Well, his sister piddles on the back of your leg.
that actually is pretty good for me because the big warg probably will not immediately kill me if it smells scent on me. Probably.
You hope. Regardless,
hope.
it seems like it's pretty much the standard fare of wildlife in the area. Some dangerous, some not. Most of the dangerous wildlife you guys cleared out of the Citadel, actually, already. The only thing that's left behind is that last... that last warg. Also, 8-Bit Ranger. Can't believe I didn't notice you. I'm also affiliated with Fantasy Grounds. Bye, Ranger. I don't know why I called you 8-Bit Ranger. I'm stupid. I didn't even notice, because you're purple. I thought that you were just, you were a warlock. He's the only one who talks, in this with purple.
Yep.
One question. Oh, wait, isn't there bull or something that we weren't supposed to touch? The bramble brashes like
A bear,
the
yes. The bear is
bear.
still in the basement, but you didn't tell me you were looking in the basement or in the citadel. You
No.
told me you were looking around it. Yes, there is
No,
evidence
no.
that there's a very large bear somewhere nearby. You then recall there's a bear in the fucking basement.
right.
I wonder if
Oh.
there was a a bear in the basement if the traps are out here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'll bring that up when I talk to the group, I guess.
Big Bumble. Everyone loves Big Bamble. John Dredd, what are you doing during this time of inspecting your new citadel?
I actually want to go explore the basement and the condition of that.
There's a bear in the basement.
There's also 2 kobolds.
You go through the secret door into the basement. Yeah. The bear is loose and now the kobolds are trapped behind a door is what you discover very quickly. Hey! Hey! Is anybody out there? You hear as you've been hiding from the bear this entire time. You basically go on this one solo mission horror adventure, creeping through the basement, trying to make it so Big Bamble doesn't know where you're at. And you make it to the door with the 2 kobolds that you just left down here. He goes, "Hey!"
I'm just trying to sneak through. I'm just hearing or.
Every now and then you get glimpses of the bear moving through the hallways. It's just, it's like alien isolation here.
I wonder what the CR level is this bear if I could solo it.
I'll tell you right now, the bear actually will always scale with the party.
The bear's leveling up with it's the Kung Fu bear from that one video.
I mean, it might become a dire bear soon, essentially, is what you should be worried about. But right now, yeah, the bear that you left down here, Big Bamble, he's just wandering the halls, having broken down the door that you had reinforced to prevent him from escaping prior. Then you left him alone for like a week. Almost all of the bodies in the basement have now been mauled by bear.
Are any of them goblins that tried to come to retrieve the bear?
Looks like one of them might be a new goblin, and then the Bamble Brashers went, nope, we're just not gonna deal with the basement anymore.
So is this a bear that the goblins want down there, or?
So, for party knowledge, and this will get explained in character soon, Big Bamble is a bear that the Bamble Brashers went, hey, would it be cool if we had a bear for a mascot? And then they trapped it in the basement. And then they went, you're our new best friend, Big Bamble. And then Big Bamble mauled like 5 of them. And they went, man, he's a mean bear. And they locked him in a room down there. Then when the Cinder Claws teleported into the basement, they lost control of the basement. And Big Bamble was just, the Cinder Claws then opened Big Bamble's door, and like 5 of them got mauled by the bear. So then they closed the door to Big Bamble. And when the party showed up, the Bamble Brashers went, hey, don't hurt Big Bamble. He's just a bear. He's a little guy. He's our buddy. And so the party went, okay. The party went, okay, and then they opened the door to Big Bamble, and Big Bamble nearly mauled 5 of them, and so they closed the door to Big Bamble. And now, a week later, Big Bamble has freed himself of that door and is just wandering the basement freely.
Okay, well, if anybody wants to aid me, maybe I can do a command animal to get
I'll join you.
him
on that.
to.
So, John Dredd,
You guys are like going down the stairs as I'm going up. John Dredd's gonna put like a heavy hand on Johnny Life's shoulder as he's passing by. It's gonna be more than Jeff chewing on your bones, and he leaves him with that.
I need to find the GIF. Fuck.
you guys begin heading down the stairs. In one moment, I do need to change the music to my horror playlist. There's a bear in the basement. Let's see. I think something from my Curse of Strahd list will work very well right now. Ooh, Vault of Terror. Let's do Vault of Terror.
Yep, there it is. Found it.
Once defeated cocaine.
Oh my god, feed it cocaine, please. You guys head down the stairs and you hear in the distance, "Roar!" Clearly your presence in these halls has been noted.
So Julian will do command animal, say,
Jesus
easy,
fuck.
fella. Come on up. Let's get you out of this place and get you some real food. Follow me.
You guys hear the walls shaking, heavy paw thuds, scratches on the walls. Johnny Life, do you choose to run at this point?
Absolutely.
Johnny Life turns and hightails it before the bear shows up. And then around the corner in front of you, Julian, you see it. Half mad, covered in mange, starved partially, and angry as fuck comes Big Bamble, the massive brown grizzly that the Bamble Brasher somehow trapped down here. Its eyes, unfocused, locked onto you, and it roars at you before charging on all fours towards you. Do you stand your ground with the roll that you made?
Yes, and he'll actually throw a ration at him and say, come on, let's get you some more food.
The
And
ration...
beckons him up.
The ration slaps it against the side of its muzzle. It continues its charge against you. Do you back down or do you hold your ground on the stairway?
Julian
You
holds
are
his ground.
smart enough.
He does not run from a bear.
That is good. I was about to tell you, don't run from there. Julian, you are smart enough with your 29. You know that you should right now be making yourself as big as the bear as possible.
Exactly.
So you puff up. Do you got a shield?
No, he doesn't. He just has a longbow.
You probably roar back at the bear. Give me your best bear roar. It roars at you, but as it hits that part of the stairs that you've been waiting on for it, it stops like a good maybe 5-6 feet away from you, and it goes, and it's clearly sniffing and pawing at the ground. Your command animal's enough. The Big Bamble's not attacking you immediately. It sniffs the ground, and it seems to be sniffing the air at you. You can just roleplay this. You've already succeeded the check. The bear is not hostile to you. It is now neutral. It was not a critical success.
Okay, so
It is still a wild animal that is neutral to you now. It's not immediately going to attack you, but you can tell it's sizing you up to see if it should attack you or not. Meaning that you might need a second check to change it from from neutral to friendly.
okay, so try another.
As a note,
And
I
animal?
did just say, oh, okay, well, you've already rolled it. Oh my god! It's a critical success!
Up 2 stages.
Come on, boy. Let's get you out and into the free sun. Get you some good water. Get you some food.
You look into the dark, black, doll-like eyes of Big Bamble, a wild animal, a grizzly bear, and you see part of Big Bamble's past reflected before you. The poor thing has been trapped down here forever, confused and not knowing what's going on. The Bamble Brashers wanted to be its friend, but it never got over that initial shock of being confined and not out in the wild. Since then, it's only been able to feed on the poor unfortunate souls who have opened its door that it is then killed and mauled. Most of the time, everyone who's interacted with the bear has been afraid of it or aggressive to it. You were the first person to be showing it an actual kindness. And so the bear pauses as you recognize a deep, kind soul in Big Bamble, one that its current murdering and mauling doesn't suit the general sweet nature of the bear. It's just scared, hungry, and lonely. Much like I am IRL, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. The bear...
Come on, you
It's-
lovable bear.
The bear
Come on, he's beckoning.
gets down low and approaches you before kind of bumping you with the side of its head and sniffing at you, Julian.
And Julian will, nuzzle its nose with its hand. So
It then turns and retrieves the ration you threw to it and carries it over to you. It's a big hunk of meat, probably. Your rations are generally dried
Yeah, dried
jerkies,
salami, yeah.
cheese, things like that. I'm guessing that you just took a whole salami hunk out, not sliced, and just threw it towards him. So now he's got a big old salami in his mouth. And he seems happy. His little stub and scarred tail. Oh, a stretch. Thank you. Hold on one moment. Thank you. I actually needed that. All right. He follows after you, his little stub of tail wagging a bit.
Wonderful. And yeah, he'll lead him out of the citadel in whatever way he can, and let him go into the wilds as he would. So.
And at the top of the stairs before you leave, that's all you see.
The skeleton's faking dead at the top of the stairs. Regardless, Julian, you now have a one-use ability. Should you call for him, as long as you are in the vicinity of the Citadel, Big Bamble will answer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, you made him from all the way from hostile to a trusted ally. Big Bamble is your friend for life now. He is around anytime you call on him, and you can unmechanically, so just like narratively, he is around anytime you want Big Bamble, and then mechanically, he is around one time to do one thing for you. Participate in combat, help with one particular thing. Big Bamble will now die for you, Persona style.
Roses are red, weapons against me won't prosper. With this sacred treasure, I summon a Big Bumble, the Op Stomper. Thank you.
Sweet. I think Julian's going to be hunting for some time in the future just to feed this thing, give it treats. But we'll see.
All right. Anybody doing anything with the kobolds, or are you just ignoring them living in your basement for now?
I mean, so long as Big Bamble's left me alone.
Yeah, we'll go back.
I'm going to probably grab Dread and see if we can deal with the kobolds.
John Dread and Johnny Life head downstairs, and from a closed doorway you hear, "We be mighty dragons! You're not allowed in here! This is our domain!"
Kick down the door.
They both scream. Powering against the
dragons. Wall. But even tiny dragons have their use.
Tiny dragons have their use.
Yes, they can carry things for us.
No,
you can stay.
You work for us.
Just as a show of power, I like to cast lightning bolt in the opposite direction.
They must scream and hold each other tightly.
Is there an activity where I can threaten them?
I believe you. You want to rephrase those words.
They crumble immediately. You do not need to threaten them.
Oh, I was going to pull out the Cinderclaw gauntlet.
Oh, are you still wearing that?
Yeah, I still have it on. It's just hidden by the ring of discretion.
Oh no! Those adventurers all were killed. The Cinderclaws are here. I mean, we always sided with you guys.
So you're with the Cinderclaws.
Are you? I'm Pim.
No,
and I'm Zarf.
Them.
I'm sorry, I'm really lost about where we're at for allegiances. Are we with the Cinderclaws or not? They say more as a question to you guys.
No.
No.
I took this off of the dead body of one.
Okay. Are we cool then?
Killed. Nope. We
swear?
want answers.
Okay. What answers do you want?
What are you doing down here?
Living. And we'd like to keep living.
Or were you just trying to survive the bear?
No, living. We've lived down here for like ever, and then the Cinderclaws showed up. You got any meats for us? Cause we're pretty hungry. We really like meat.
I'm going to ask, are you with the Bramble Bashers in any way?
Oh, them garblins? Nah, we aren't with them, but we're not against them either. They kind of leave us alone. We leave them alone. Sometimes we trade amongst each other, things like that. I'm Pip, this is Zarf, and we are mighty dragons, they say together and strike a pose.
All right. And in fashion of Johnny Life, I'm taking off the mask so they can actually see the skeleton.
Ah! They both screech again, and Zarf just passes out. Now look what you did. He's pissed himself.
I'm sorry about the whole food situation, but I don't eat.
Yeah, you got no meats on you. What about your friend? You got meats?
Sure.
Look, we are mighty dragons, and if you give us some meat, we'll give you, and Zarf pops back up. Divination, they say together. In one moment, my puppy's missing, and so I'm a little concerned about him.
Check your
Poncho,
bag.
where you at?
What did Rivers say? Because it was so hard for me to understand what he said.
No clue.
Like what the kobold said exactly? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll give you divination.
That's kind of hard for a skeleton sorcerer. Can I turn them into a gopher?
What?
They turn them into
They just
gophers.
repeat
They're
shit for
kobolds.
me.
Ha. Turn them into your entourage.
If I roll a crit success on a performance again, because I've done it twice twice for performance checks, which it's starting to infuriate me.
I feel like he gives you these crits just because it's funny.
I
Okay,
swear.
hello, I'm
No.
back.
Hello.
Come back.
So, Pip and Zarf, what are you doing with them?
All right.
Do you accept their offer of a divination?
Sense motive if this is just bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't. There totally is.
Totally is. Pib is at least some kind of a spellcaster, but you highly doubt there's any sort of divine power between either of them.
Hardly a brain cell between the two of them.
I'll give you the rations, but instead tell me what spells you know.
Cataclysmio.
You don't know your spells. You just cast them on instinct, don't you?
He looks away from you very openly.
Would you like to know?
Now what?
Which spell you're casting correctly?
The spells I'm casting, they're dragon spells. Here, watch this. And he's gonna use ghost sound to make behind you, you're a bitch, in Johnny Life's voice.
I'm about to
like
cast. I'm about to use the cantrip haunting him.
And then when he said, "Watch this," I am gonna go ahead and
Counter spell.
it's identify magic arcana. Hold up, borrow a spell. No, learn a spell. I know there's something to identify spells. Hold up.
I think it's identify magic.
Okay.
Yeah, so his style of casting is similar to it's arcane. So these are arcane spontaneous spells. meaning that they just kind of happen because he actually is somewhat magical, related to a dragon. He is a green-scaled kobold. Zarf, meanwhile, is a red-scale kobold, and has a few spells that are innate to him as well, it looks like. It's just the fact that they actually are draconically chosen kobolds. That doesn't mean anything. It's like saying that, oh man, this villager was born with an extra fucking joint, and so he can bend his arm real weird. They can do some magic, but it's not like anything super powerful, and they do not have the capacity to learn further magic.
Ah, dang! So I can't get them these scrolls.
Yeah, no, they just cast their spells due to instinct. It is not like, it is spontaneous, meaning that they do something and that they hope it will happen. And because they hope it'll happen so hard, a dragon somewhere goes, okay, yeah, that happened. It's how it works.
It sounds a lot like some goblins I know.
Hey, big boy.
Or
Can I
orcs?
ask them how they would feel if we just suddenly started living there amongst them?
Do you ask them that?
Yeah, I'm going to ask them that.
As long as you pay, and then again, they both take a pose. Tribute to the mighty
What kind of
dragons,
tribute?
Pib and Zarf. I don't know what you got.
Well,
How about
considering
this?
I don't eat, any food I get would probably go to you guys.
Oh! They both go, whoa! Okay, you can stay. What are you, fucker? What do you got? And again, you hear behind you, you're a bitch.
Say that again. This time more polite.
You're a bitch, sir, says Johnny Life's voice behind you.
Johnny Life's voice.
John Dredd lifts up like the visor a little bit. He's smiling. He's smiling because that was clever.
One of
going
them,
to
you're not
rebuild.
sure which, casts an illusionary object, and it's a tiny little John Dredd that's doing the rat dance in front of you in midair.
Interesting. Well, we're rebuilding this. Well,
The other one casts ghost sound, so the song plays.
Citadel. So, I suppose we could remodel wherever you're staying.
That would be mighty fine tribute to a pair of powerful dragons like us! And they strike another pose.
The vault is mine, however.
There's a vault! And the illusionary John Dredd dabs and then vanishes. There's a vault! They both say in unison.
Not that it has anything in it. But
Well,
I prefer that.
We've got a vault, says Zarf, and then Pib immediately tackles him and they fight for a little bit until Pib can successfully cover his mouth. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No vault here. Not untold riches that we've been storing in our hoard because we are. And he takes his hands off Zarf's mouth, and again they go, mighty dragons, and strike a pose.
Whatever you have in yours, you can keep, and I do not care for. I just care for the room which I search for.
Another illusionary object appears. It's now John Dredd in king's clothing with a little king's crown. Ghost sound plays. Da 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 da.
I'm glad we discussed these terms. We'll be in touch. Oh, and he'll of course give them 2 rations.
Okay, Rogich, are you back?
I am.
Okay, good. I'm gonna run you and Jeff talking to the Bamble Brashers after the bear and everything else has been handled. So that's already been discussed. Okay.
Okay, I can do this in character, out of character. I just want to make sure nobody's got an issue with Bamble Brasher staying here, right?
No,
Nobody wants to kick him out.
One, not even Posandi cares. It's up to you guys. You own the deed. You can do whatever you'd like with the Bamble Brashers.
I wasn't really asking about Pasandi. I could give a shit about Pasandi. I was asking the other group members.
Okay, party
Yes,
members.
the dog is xenophobic.
The dog is an asshole.
Johnny Life.
Is it-
Johnny Life. Give the vote. Give the vote. Make the vote.
Oh shit! Slash vote. Keep Bramble Brashers.
And I assume this counts for the kobolds too.
Okay.
Unless otherwise. Unless they do something.
I mean, the Bamble Brashers and the kobolds apparently have lived in unison for a while, so the Bamble Brashers would have kicked the kobolds out or vice versa if they hated each other. Also, my model's doing anything weird, it's because my puppy needs to go for his walk. I have 2 votes against and 3 votes for. That is not... That means that the party should discuss it in character now. It's not a far enough sweep where it's just me saying, yeah, okay. So,
Damn it, Juno, of all the times for you not to be here.
who voted no? Let's start with that.
I did it as a joke.
Okay, with 4 people voting for now, the Bamble Brashers are allowed to stay. I'm going to say that with
I think
only
the only
one person voting no, it doesn't matter to me.
No.
Who voted no?
Who voted no?
Who's the xenophobe?
That would be Gift, I believe, who voted no.
No, because we share votes. Me and Gift.
In that case, it
Yeah,
would
the
be
Catholic
Johnny Life who voted no.
Nope, I'm the second one.
Okay, Julian who voted no?
No, I voted yes.
Shivshank who voted no?
I voted yes.
Jeff, did you change your vote to yes?
Yeah, my vote's yes, because mine's the
So who's
4th one.
first? Who's the first then? Who's the first?
I think it's Gift, Warlock, and I think that it's just, it did not vote correctly with you both.
No, because I'm
So
still
that, yeah, no,
I select on John Dreads.
I don't care. I like the Bramble Brashers. If they want to stay, that they can stay.
Anyway, it sounds like it's unanimous
Step away from
despite what I'm seeing from the vote command. Meaning that, yeah, you guys all agree the Bamble Brashers can stay. Carry on, Shivshank. I do have to walk my puppy after we finish this roleplay scene, so it'll be up to the players then to roleplay talking amongst each other. So I'd like to run this quickly.
Hey, Helba's there, right?
Yep.
Hey, Helba, how you doing, doll?
Couldn't be better now that you got that fucking halfling gone, as well as
Yeah.
those Cinderclaws. Heard some weird sounds coming from the basement. Not where Big Bamble was, but deeper down it sounded like. Big explosion.
Yeah, we cleared everything out. I think it's good now.
Oh, excellent. Well, good to know.
So, just so you know, you're welcome to take up residence down underneath the Citadel where you was before.
Yeah, we planned to.
But I think me and my friends, we're going to be moving in.
Okay.
Okay. If we haven't eaten anything, if you need anything from us, come find us. We'll probably be upstairs in the Citadel proper, but there might be a lot of activity. We don't know yet. We're going to fix the place up and see what we do with it. But,
Let us know if you need any help.
Yeah, we'll let you know. And for the moment, there's some strange stuff going on down in the basement, way down beneath where you guys are. I would stay away from there for now.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Bye.
Bye. See, not all NPCs are always fuck asses. So, like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sure. Problem is, you guys give way more attention to the fuck asses than your friends. Okay. With that, no one's actually made any checks on the walls or anything to see what needs to be repaired or anything like that. Would anyone like to do that before I leave so I can tell you what's needed? Or do you want to talk first?
I can make a crafting on that one. Recall knowledge crafting.
I know, we'll go in a second, Papito. John Dredd, unfortunately, you just do not feel confident that you figured out everything. You feel like there's gotta definitely be more, but you know that just generally, you're gonna need to clean. You gotta clear the courtyard. You gotta make general repairs. You gotta rebuild the battlements. You gotta rebuild the collapsed stairs. And you gotta repair the crumbled walls. And that's just what you get from what you rolled. There's probably a lot more. You do not feel confident that it is everything that you've figured out. Some repairs are going to have requirements as well that you might need to be doing. For instance, clearing the courtyard. You're going to need a hire stonemason, organized workers, or a crafting, someone trained in crafting. However, just cleaning, anybody can do. Then you're going to need people who might be specialty crafting, woodworkers, hired woodworkers, trained crafters, organized workers, and more. This is just for the general shit. It's going to be a lot of work. To make any specific understanding, you're going to have to make checks more individual on the different parts.
Okay. So just to make sure I got all that, clear a courtyard, rebuild the battlements, rebuild the collapsed walls, and is that it?
The collapsed stairs as well as clearing the courtyard.
Okay.
All right, and then there's more too. Like there's tons of upgrades that could be done. A lot of the rooms have fallen apart. And you think that you could come up with new creative stuff that's not even in the book, should you want to. All right, with that, I have to go walk my puppy as the players will discuss their next moves. So go ahead, guys. Hey, big puppy, let's go outside. We'll go for a pee-pee's foo-foos.
How did the talk with the Bumble Brushers go, Shivshank?
Yeah, it went fine. Help is cool. They're going to stay down in the basement where they was before. We can set aside some space for them. I told them to stay out of the lower tunnels where, where the wing is. And she seemed cool with that. So I think we're good. If we need something from them, we can go ask them and vice versa.
I was seeking to reclaim that vault that was in the basement. But perhaps we could rebuild a new one on the surface level.
Or maybe we could just set aside a different space for them. I don't know that they would really object to that. I don't think they're too particular.
We also found
That's what we're gonna do with the secret passageway?
The secret passageway, you mean the
one
tunnel
to
back
the
to
pickle
the
deal?
bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a good escape route if we ever need to get out of Dodge secretively, such.
Right, but if we have the Bramble Brashers and if those kobolds survive, don't they live in that area?
They do. We've met them.
We met them. They're not too bright.
No,
One
they're
of them
not.
fainted upon seeing my face.
Oh, right. Also, we did leave a bear down there. We should probably take care of that.
I think
Oh,
I
that
saw
bear.
Julian guiding a bear.
I brought him out. He's out
okay.
in the wilds right now. I think he'll be a friendly ally to us. I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
feed him from time to time and play around. But yeah, I think he'll be a nice ally.
Excellent job, Julian.
Gifted's gonna write that down and then also say, so that means the most dangerous things near us are Big Bumble and a warg.
A warg.
The one who kept going, what?
No, it's a much bigger warg. Probably their parent. Or at least one of their parents.
Huh.
Well, wargs are dangerous. Perhaps we should, especially adult ones. Should we track him down, you and I? Take care of it before it hurts anybody.
Agreed.
I mean, that's up to you guys. Eventually, these two will be bigger, and then I don't know why we have them, but we do. Should we train them?
Can they be trained?
From memory,
Or
wargs are pretty difficult to be trained. I mean,
they are still young,
pretty savage creatures.
right?
I mean, generally
know.
speaking, my people don't get along with those type of creatures. But as long as you keep them away from me, I guess you could do what you want.
I thought goblins road wargs.
I thought it was horses that your people didn't get along with.
Well, out of character, I thought it was dogs. Orcs are kind of dogs, aren't they? They're like the wolfish dogs, aren't they? I don't know.
I don't think it was dogs because there's goblin dogs. But it was definitely horses.
Dogs?
But there are definitely it's definitely horses out of character that that's on site for goblins.
Got it. Never mind then. Well, these wargs are just pains in the asses. I'm just saying they're. I don't know if it's going to be worth it, but you know, keep them away from me. You do what you want.
Hmm. And what do you guys think about the big warg? Is one for taking it out?
Yeah, that one's gonna have to be killed.
Okay.
Yeah, that one definitely tried to chew us up before.
I think if Gift and I put our heads together, we can track it down fairly easily. Just let us know when you want to do that.
Maybe trap it. Give us something to give us an advantage. And then, yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's a fair idea.
In terms of the structure and the state of Citadel Alteria, much of it needs to be cleaned. And courtyard needs to be cleared out, especially of that dragon corpse. Battlements need to be rebuilt. Nature's already bleeding into them. Collapsed
You
walls.
mentioned a dragon corpse. How long has it been there, by chance?
A week?
Huh. Wonder if there's... Did you skin it by any chance?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Why not?
It probably smells repulsive.
Yeah, I imagine after a week there's been some rot. But we can take a look to see if there's any possible salvage. I mean, dragon hide is fairly valuable, if it is indeed a dragon, not some lesser variant of... You know what I mean.
Yeah. Still, nonetheless, with a creature that big, the hide'd still be worth something if it's in good condition.
Okay, indeed. We'll take a look at that.
And then the collapsed walls and the collapsed stairs, I think that goes without saying.
So, are there places enough for you to sleep here? I mean, I'll be sleeping outside regardless. It's just my way. But I'll make sure that you have places to sleep. Even if it is a bit drafty.
There is the barracks, though, we could hold up in. Though, this is not exactly what I would call a safe spot to sleep. Not yet, at least.
Like I said, it's just the warg and Big Bramble that are of any immediate threat.
Which is why we shouldn't sleep here until either 1, the Citadel is rebuilt, its walls, or 2, the warg has been taken care of. Either
Do you
of
still
those
have
tasks must be...
rooms that, have lockable doors, or at least closable? It's not like a war can turn a knob.
But they could bust through a door, I think, with enough work.
Well, perhaps. But if everybody's sleeping together, you wake up in time, a work's not going to be any harm to, everybody, right?
The big
it only
one's
needs
going
to
to be a
drag.
harm to everyone.
It only needs to drag off one of us to isolate us.
Don't worry about Big Bambo. I'll take care of him. If he, threatens you, just stand your ground and give me a holler. I'll be right over.
Understood.
He's just been trapped and scared for. Well, he's probably not in good health yet, but with enough time he'll recover. So, quite a project. Where should we start first? Imagine just cleaning the crap out of this place, eh?
Don't suppose the goblins and maybe the kobolds would be against helping in this renewal of the castle. I mean, they live here after all, and I don't think we're charging them any sort of kite for living here.
I mean, the goblin said they'd help. The Bamble Brashes.
Did they? Perfect. In that case,
It'll
I'm
be
not
good.
sure how well they are, if they're well versed with stonemasonry, but they can definitely clean.
Well, it'll be good to have them here regardless, because, if we manage to go through that portal in the days ahead, we're going to need somebody, back here to hold down the fort, so to say.
That is very true.
Do you want me to start tracking the warg today?
I
Oh,
believe
we
it's
can do that.
still-
I'm happy
still
to help you
morning,
with that.
right?
Well, it should still be kind of morning right now, I imagine. But,
Yeah,
depends how long we've been.
If anything, early afternoon?
It's probably closer to like noon at this point.
Yeah, we could probably honestly just start tracking that warg. Yeah.
We need to deal with that before it's a problem.
Yeah, it's best to get that out of the way.
Okay, friends,
Yeah,
I am
was
back.
Welcome back.
I'm hoping you have talked out all of the current situation.
Yeah, but we have also decided we are going to go nip the ward problem in the bud.
Oh, you're gonna try to hunt down the warg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still noon, right? It's gonna be noon at this point, right?
What are you doing with its children?
Well, I had questions about that, but my
Hey, get down. Carry on.
I suggested maybe training them if we could. I don't even know if that's an activity or or whatever. What are those things called?
It would be downtime actions, yes.
Downtime action. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was either of those, but if the team wanted,
Could
I would have liked to try that.
Could I do a recall nature to see, if these things are even trainable?
I will let you know. The party has done that in the past, meaning that they can tell you, yes, these are sentient creatures. Wargs are intelligent enough that they are somewhere between human sentience and animal sentience.
Okay, so, but I mean, I did, I think watch that episode, and you said that they were quite possibly impossible to train because they get violent at a certain age.
Yeah, no matter what, these are violent and evil creatures. They are wild animals. It's the equivalent of trying to tame a cougar. Yes, you can. However, they are always a wild animal, you know? It's not like
Nature
taming a
versus
dog
nurture.
or taming a, it's not even nature versus nurture. It's just the fact that, like, you can tame a lion or a cougar or anything like that, but its instinct will always be a certain way in certain circumstances.
So have these been tamed by anybody in the party?
They have not been tamed.
No, they just follow us around.
Yeah, you guys killed their dad who was trying to eat them. Or did the dad escape? I forget.
No, the dad
Dad
escaped.
Yeah, and you don't know where the mom is. So there's a dad and a mom out there somewhere. The
Did he
wargs,
say he killed the mom?
the wargs told you that the dad chased the mom away because it wanted to eat the babies. So the mom's out there somewhere still, and the dad did escape, and by now has healed a bunch.
Yep. Sounds like we're hunting a warg.
At least one, for sure, because we don't know if the other one's nearby.
Warg hunt, warg hunt, warg hunt.
So Julian would like to assist Gift in this role.
My original plan for this was to like track it and make sure,
So, first off, they are smarter than animals. The two puppies are clearly still developing their personalities and intellects. While they are predisposed to the cruelty of their kind, they could grow into friendly creatures if given love or support. This would require a successful diplomacy check each day. After 10 successful checks, the puppies might become friendly towards a individual in the party and might follow a range of commands. If you have the train animal general feat, the DC would be reduced because the puppies are somewhere between a person and an animal in intelligence. The mother and the father are probably still around. The father because he wants to take vengeance on you, and the mother because she might want her kids back. However, if the mom shows up and demands the kids back, that would guarantee the puppies grow up evil.
Unless we kill the mom.
Unless you choose to, commit matricide against the puppy's mother.
No, matricide is the puppies killing their mother.
Fair enough, unless you decide to murder the puppy's mother. Also an evil action, technically.
Unless we decide to self-defend against the puppy's mother.
Moving into a situation intentionally knowing that someone will attack you and so you have to self-defend yourself for the purpose of then being able to kill somebody is still murder, dude.
Yeah, that's the loophole of self-defense.
If I walk up to a vicious person and say, hey, I have your children, or if the vicious person comes up to me and says, give me my children, and you do not do so, so then they attack you, then technically you're still a murderer, I believe. Right, Rogich?
I was only half paying attention. What's that? Sorry.
If you put yourself into a situation knowing that someone will attack you, and then you kill that person, does the self-defense argument still apply?
Well, no, the situation approached me.
Well, I mean, depends. It could be complicated because there's also rules of mutual combat. So, in which case, basically, self-defense is.
Yeah, I got off once on an assault charge based on it being consent to fight.
Right, yeah, it's basically mutual combat where, if both people are kind of like just being assholes and fighting each other, it's like, well, then you both deserved it and take your lumps and move on. So, I mean, it really depends upon the circumstances. It's hard to make that call in the abstract.
Point is, killing the puppy's mom is an evil action, no matter what. Unless the mom comes up to you and just ambushes you. But if the mom comes up to you and says, hey, give me my children back, and you go, no, because you're going to raise them to be evil creatures, and then the mom attacks you, it's murder. Evil.
No, that's Child Protective Services.
But you don't have any. You don't have any evidence that the mom was bad. You have evidence the dad was bad. Oh my god, I don't want to get into more legalese and contract stuff. We
You
just
just
gotta
said
have
it'd be a bad action.
We have recall knowledge that confirms they will be grown up evil.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Child Protective
Whose
Services.
court of law
That
are
doesn't
we
mean
in?
that they will grow up to be in an abusive household. It doesn't matter how I raise my kids to Child Protective Services as long as I'm not hurting or abusing them. If I raise them to be told that, hey, anytime you go outside, you should spit on the sidewalk, that's an evil action. I just taught a bunch of kids to constantly be spitting in public. No one wants to see that shit.
Wouldn't call it evil. You're describing a violent, vicious animal versus spitting on the sidewalk. I don't think that's a fair comparison.
It's not an animal.
Okay.
Do they walk on four legs?
I'll tell you right now, the book, it describes it as a moral conundrum, okay? Is it right to... I'll read it out loud to you, okay? The warg puppies in Area A15 are meant to give the party a complicated moral problem to solve. Left to their own, the warg puppies will surely grow into evil monsters. But is it right for the PCs to keep the puppies from their mother and raise them instead? The fate of the warg puppies isn't written into the Age of Ashes outline, so if your table isn't interested in moral problems like this, or if the idea of including warg puppies in the adventure doesn't appeal, I can simply remove them.
All right, we're dealing with this like a baby Hitler scenario.
Basically, thank you.
I don't understand what the moral conundrum is. I don't give a fuck what the warg mother thinks.
Because it's a sentient creature. Just because it's a bad person, is it right? Is it right to kill a bad person who hasn't done anything bad that you can prove? Are you state-mandated executioners or are you adventurers?
I
We're
mean,
one
if
and the
the
same.
council is fine with us keeping creatures out of the area.
The council
by
doesn't give a
us
shit.
saying-
Don't you don't get to talk shit about the council for fucking 8 sessions and then be like, well, the council wouldn't care if we did it. You don't give a fuck what the council thinks. I'm not accepting that as part of a moral obligation or a moral argument. You do not care what the council thinks, it is an evil
I don't care
action
what you
because it
think.
is selfish. You do not
Okay,
get
yeah,
to
I
be
can buy
like,
that.
legally, we hate the council and we hate everything they do, so we're going to ignore their laws and do what we want. And then when it benefits you, go, well, the council would support us. What fucking hypocritical shit. It's not all my NPCs. It's all my PCs that are the problem.
I mean, we're half the problem. But no, as a
y'all
player,
are-
I
Yeah.
don't care. As a player, I don't care. I'm not being judged in like the wildlife court
All
of
right.
law.
You're hunting a warg.
attorney warg. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
hunting whatever warg you said was the one was around.
There's 2 different ones around potentially, the mom and the dad. The dad?
Yeah, I
All
know.
bets are off. You can kill that fucking prick. He was gonna eat the puppies and he tried to kill you. The mom though, you don't know.
I don't know. Gift doesn't know, but what I'm asking is, you said I picked up one warg earlier. Is what you said.
Yep,
You said I
if you
picked up
want
a warg.
if you want
I
to,
don't know which one it is.
both
but-
of them.
yeah.
You've got both of them.
Oh, okay.
If you kidnap the puppies, because that's what this is, kidnapping. If the mom requests them back and you choose to kidnap them, and you have to kill the mom trying to rescue her kidnapped children, you're the bad guys.
Still an inherently evil animal.
Correct. I mean,
I don't know.
you're-
I think we'd be praised.
Yeah. Okay. Out of character. I just don't want to be around if they decide they're gonna kill the puppies. I won't do that. I'll kill the wargs. I won't kill the puppies.
all right. Gift, or whoever's doing it, are you tracking the warg puppy's mom or dad? I need checks.
Dad. I would like to be tracking for the dad.
Go ahead.
And Julian would like to assist him with that. Cover a greater area.
Go ahead.
Roll your aid.
Johnny Life, it sounds like you're tracking something completely different.
I am.
Okay, so I need a separate check from everything else.
Oh, we're gonna go ahead.
I would like to
preempt-
use a hero point for that.
I'm gonna track with Johnny Life.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that means, just really quickly, if Gift and Julian find the warg, they
Run.
are okay. Meaning you might need to re-find it again later. Good to know.
Couldn't they just like aggro it and
I was going
run
to
and
ask
bring
to
it
do
to
this
us?
after we deal with the warg situation.
The warg is sentient. It might not, it's not going to behave like a boar where you could piss it off and then lead it back into a bunch of people. You might be able to do that, but also the warg might go, hey, wait a minute. Normally I do that to people. I'm getting ambushed right now.
Yeah, but that's a higher plane of intelligence. You said it's between a human and an animal.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it's a higher... Yeah, it might be able to realize it's being led into an ambush. Not like a boar. Fucking roll your check to aid Johnny Life.
He said he wants to do it after.
It's after we deal with the warg situation.
There might not be elks around after the warg situation. Oh my god. Well, now, then why bring it up now? Okay, is everybody going to deal with the wargs?
That's the
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Gift. From your previous checks and the one you've made just now, it's clear there are multiple wargs in the area. You recognize the dog-like paw prints that are much too large to come from wolves or regular dogs. These paw prints are the size of horses. Clearly, there's two of them, and it looks like they got into an altercation. One had a chunk of it torn out of it and retreated to the northeast. The other one pursued for a little bit, but then when it came to a river, it seems to have lost the target it was chasing and so headed back to the southwest.
Which footprints were bigger? The one that backtracked or the one that just ran into the river?
The bigger one is the one that ran to the northeast after being injured.
Interesting. Normally, males are the bigger ones.
That's not true, actually. In the wild,
Yeah,
normally
those-
female animals are bigger in the wild.
Oh, I thought that was just insects. Okay.
No, that's for most animals. Females are bigger.
Oh. Cool. Okay. So, it looks like there are two wargs. They had a fight, and I'm sorry. It looks like the female wolf ran to the northeast.
They're not wolves.
You said a warg is what I said.
Okay.
Right?
You did say wolf
The
by
female
accident.
warg. Ah, okay, my bad. The female warg ran to the northeast, and the male backtracked. You said the male needed to die, Jeff?
Yes.
So take care of him first?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to follow the male's track back. Tracks back.
And perhaps if we find the mother, we can lead her to her children. Tell her to get the fuck out.
Like, way the fuck out? Way away from here?
Away from our castle.
Sounds like a solid plan. Do I have to roll anything to do the backtrack? Riv?
Sorry?
Do I have to roll anything to follow the male's tracks back?
No.
Or
And
we
you're
just-
assuming it's the male's
Okay.
tracks. Well, I
Yeah, what I
said.
assume.
Well, I said that in real life, most animals, the female is larger. You have made no checks to confirm if that's the case in Pathfinder.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to make me a recall knowledge nature just to see which, if you remember, which among wargs is normally bigger?
Yes, please. Warlock.
Among wargs, males are actually generally bigger. Meaning that if you are going based on size alone, it is more likely it is the male who was injured and then fled to the northeast, instead of to the southwest like you think. However, you could have rolled and failed, or you could just, like, it could just be an outlier where the female is bigger or smaller or whatever. Current information you have, it's kind of still, it's more like a 70-30 crap shoot based on which one is in which direction.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out another notebook and double check, and then find that knowledge, and say, like, but I could be wrong. This says here that male wargs are typically bigger, but which direction do you guys want to go?
I'd probably do
Oh,
towards
you're
the
track.
northeast.
Northeast.
What was that, Julian?
Probably towards
Northeast?
the northeast. Follow the bigger tracks.
Okay.
It's a higher likelihood that that's the male.
It's also the one that's injured, so not a bad call. All right, then northeast we go.
Okay. You guys trudge over the river and eventually find yourself at a cave. And were you hoping to find the male or the female?
The male.
Personally, the male, but
Male.
As you kind of approach the cave, you hear a growl. Bold of you to come back here. It's the male warg's voice, for those of you who had heard it prior. Do you have my dinner with you? Did you bring the puppies, or did you leave them in the castle?
I would have left them in the castle. But I don't know if they stayed in the castle. They seem to just pop up whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah, who knows if they're here or not, but now it's good to know you at least didn't take them with you. What do you want? You've already made me run off with my tail between my legs. Worthless fucking humans.
Can I pull out a
I
javelin
think
and
there's
say,
one human in this party.
You all look the same to me.
That's racist.
I go to
Pretty
take off
racist.
my mask. Again.
Is that supposed
Are
to
you
fucking
trying to-
scare me? Fuck off.
No.
Leave me
I'm not
alone.
human.
You still can't see it. It's in the darkness in the depths of its cave, and you're outside of it. So those of you with dark vision, your dark vision's not active until you enter the cave. You're currently outside of its small. It's more like an overhang, really, in the side of a cliff face. It's hiding in.
Hey, Dread.
Hold on.
Yes.
I might have a skill specifically for this. Hold on, let me double check.
What was that?
Hold on, give me just a second. Where's it at?
What was that, Bowman?
Wait till Jeff does his thing.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Leave me alone.
Just throws a flare in there, Jeff.
No, it's just it's when we roll initiative, it's a additional. Somebody attacks me first.
Oh, no.
Okay. I mean, we doing this, guys?
Yeah, we are.
I'm down.
All I'm gonna walk into the cave. I'm gonna strut on in.
You walk into the cave, and the first thing you're able to see is that the cave is very sticky and wet. There is a big pool of blackness spreading out from the male warg, which is currently in the very, very back of the cave, laying on its side. It bares its teeth as you enter, but makes no effort to actually get up, and it just growls at you. I said leave!
Hey, you're in no condition to be making demands.
My condition is directly a fault of you. Leave.
How is it a fault of me?
You chased me from my home, took my dinner from me. My mate caught me in the wild, and now I lay here. You see the state I'm in? Does it make
so
you
you weren't
proud to
strong
kill
enough.
a dying creature? Leave me with my dignity. Fuck off.
Oh, do you want to sit here and get cold, or you want me to end it for you?
Fuck off. And it growls deeply.
I use an action.
I have enough strength in me to kill at least you before I die. You have an action gift? Go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to like light a torch and throw it in there so I could see.
You light a
I
torch.
completely fucked my dark vision.
You light a torch, you fucking blind Jeff for a moment, throw the torch inside, the warg and Jeff both recoil from it. The warg is heavily wounded. It's missing a massive chunk of its throat. Its growls are almost visible with its vocal cords. It's clearly injured, dirty, and dying. The warg would be very lucky if it managed to recover on its own, but, well, you came here to deal with the problem, and it cannot fight back should you choose to deal with it. Go away. Let me die in peace.
Well, it looks like peace is.
The warg tries to get to its feet, and its like legs wobble and it collapses back down. It's pathetic to see this creature like this.
See, I have no society, so I can't like try and empathize with it.
That's fine.
The
but
only thing I can...
anyone who considers themselves aligned with nature, you do feel some empathy to this creature right now.
You have to just put him out of his misery.
Not maybe not sympathy, but at least some empathy that it is suffering.
Yeah.
Leave me. No. Go away. Remember, the creature's sentient enough that it can provide informed consent. It doesn't want you to, you know, put it out of its misery, it's saying.
To be fair, there is a very small chance it does survive, so...
There is a very small chance it does survive, and if you leave it alone, I'll be rolling that percentile chance.
I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I could turn it. Tried to get up and fell down. Turn back to the guys. I go, so I mean, it's about dead. Do we leave it alone, or do we
If we don't want a problem later on, to know for sure.
Cowards!
John's?
If I was in my prime, I'd already have torn the gizzards from your throats.
When you were in your prime, you ran like a bitch. Shut up.
In my prime, I was half starved. Those creatures from the basement chased us out. To the extent I had to chase away my mate and consider eating my pups just to survive.
I feel like you could have, you know, tracked and caught something within this massive expanse of woods around us.
Massive expanse of woods. The town nearby hunts it dry. The Bamble Brashers, what they call themselves, keep kidnapping the wildlife for pets. And then strange creatures not of this continent appeared. You try hunting in circumstances like that. Sometimes we do what we have to. Now leave me, I grow tired of talking. The warg tucks its nose underneath one of its arms and begins licking its wound.
I have two actions in my mind that are terrible.
Oh no.
Who is all here? So far I've heard from everyone but Shivshank, I believe.
I mean, he's following along. He's got no dog in this fight. Forgive the expression.
How dare you?
I mean, you know.
No skin in this game.
Yeah, no skin in this game.
Mind you, Shivshank, this is the warg that tried to kill us when we first got here.
That's true. But I mean, there's plenty of shit that's tried to kill us. He's just annoyed. He's just annoyed that the guy's like, leave me alone, and then he's like, you cowards, like, what? Make up your fucking mind. Do you want us to leave, or do you want to go to Son? But otherwise, he doesn't give a shit.
The chance of T800 warg recurring nemesis is low, but never zero, says chat. Thank you, Rainy.
All right, I'm gonna throw a ration at the warg.
All right, you throw some food. Yeah, gift.
I want to target the warg as my prey and throw a javelin at it. I'm done playing with this.
Gift. Let me do this, okay?
Does anybody stop Gift from throwing a javelin?
I will.
So you see he takes his javelin out, he rears back. How do you stop him?
I aim the pistol at Gift.
Okay, Gift, party members now holding you at gunpoint. This seems to have escalated. Shivshank, do you react? You suddenly recall Quintino Posani saying, you need to get your shit in order.
Gentlemen, what the hell is going on? Why are we fighting over a warg? This thing tried to kill us.
This is
I understand that. And Gift is not letting me give this man a nice last meal.
Don't want a last meal. Leave me be.
Well, either you eat that, and either you eat it and you die sated, or you don't and you die hungry.
It looks at you and it says, "Please, just go away." And it begs now, as it does a little whine.
I guess I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay, you shoot Gift.
No, I'm gonna shoot the warg.
All right. Gift, as the argument's still going on, Jeff suddenly turns his pistol and points at the warg. Does anyone stop Jeff from shooting the warg? It'd be really funny if now Gift pointed his javelin at Jeff, just saying. It would be absolutely hilarious if that happened. Right.
No, I'll take out a ration and throw it at his head, though.
At whose? The wargs or Jeff's?
No, Jeff's. Not
Jeff.
like before, after he shoots. After he shoots.
Okay, after you shoot, you're going to throw a ration at Jeff's face. Got it. Anybody stopping Jeff from shooting?
Meh.
Okay, Jeff, no roll needed. You execute the warg. How do you do so? Head, chest, or leg?
As I'm pointing at this, I go. I look at this, and I'm just gonna put it through the head.
It's okay, Poncho. They're not hurting a real puppy. Come here. He started whining.
I've got Dozer next to me.
Good boy. It's not a real puppy. It's an evil, angry puppy. That's right. It's a demon puppy, like you get when you start tearing apart all your toys and my stuff. Demon puppy.
Remember, Dozer. Betty has lots of tools.
Remember, Dozer, you are the ATF's worst enemy.
The warg, without taking a bite of the ration you threw at it, just kind of slumps to the ground, very clearly dead. And then, Jeff, a bit of jerky hits you in the side of the face. Actually, you know what? A bit of cheese hits you in the side of the face.
Classic.
I hate you. I hate you for that.
You were gonna eat the warg blooded ration?
No, I was trying to give the motherfucker a final meal.
Right. and you wasted a ration on that. Now you have a nice, clean piece of cheese.
What?
Hello.
Fucking
Hello?
followed.
I'm going to go to the warg that I just shot.
Fuck you!
I'm gonna make sure that his eyes are closed, and then I'm just gonna fashion a wooden cross out of nearby sticks or branches and leave it in front of the cave.
Why?
Not talking to you.
Why do that?
Everyone deserves a proper burial.
What burial?
Oh, are we burying it?
Or should say at least a proper grave.
What grave?
The cave is his grave.
Dave Grave? And the warg
Cave.
puppy just knocks over the cross that you stuck in the ground. There's no malice, it's just the puppy's kind of a dick.
I thought we left these guys in the fucking
Yeah, but
You
they
did.
just they're
Castle.
magical. They just pop up
yeah,
everywhere.
I know.
I'm using that to grab the pup by its scruff.
Ah! Hey, put him
I'm gonna
down,
re-
says the sister, and she immediately begins pissing all over your feet.
Yeah,
Then
that's the
I
issue
will-
with these.
The
Yeah,
male
you
puppy
tell
also,
us
while you're
today.
holding it by the scruff, just lets fly a stream of pee-pee.
It's,
Well, he's using
it's
ghostly
being
carriers.
held by
That's
ghostly
okay.
carrier.
That's fine. I'm sorry, I don't think you understood. The puppy, in self-defense, starts pissing everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a ghostly carrier. This is what the puppy does anytime anybody picks it up consistently. The puppy is lifted off the ground, it pees. It's like pushing a button or pulling a lever, dude. Why? Why? Down, pee. And it's like doing that like Looney Tunes thing of when like the cat, like the little kitten is picked up by the scruff of its neck in Looney Tunes and it's just throwing punches everywhere.
Fair enough.
Well, at least now it'll be easier to get the mother to come to us.
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy covered in piss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I might as well pick
Not
up
as much
the
as you,
actual-
but me too.
Hey, what do you got? What is that you've got? You're allowed to have
Piss.
that. You can have that. I'm sorry. That's your bone. You just were eating it in a weird spot. And I thought that you had stolen something and were trying to hide it. But that's your bone. You can have that. I've been buying him big ham bones lately. They stink to high heaven. He adores them. Okay. Work problem number 1 handled. What now?
I mean, I guess we could track the mother.
You know where she's at. It's not even going to take another track check.
Mhm.
I heard it.
So we go to the
Yeah.
mom.
Well,
Okay, so you
Might as
are going
well.
to the mum? You spend some time
I vote
tracking, and
go.
by now it's going to be early evening, so after this you're out of things to do.
The
And
prison.
you come across a much nicer den in a clearing. It's a bunch of fallen sticks, leaves, things like that, arranged as best a quadrupedal creature could to make a good, solid, shelter. It doesn't seem to be here, though, when you arrive.
Oh.
hmm.
What do you do?
Is there a survey?
I'm debating picking up a puppy.
As you guys
A
kind of
war
stand
dog.
around thinking about what to do, no one had been rolling any seeks or anything to protect, and I didn't see any scout exploration actions or anything, meaning that you are caught by surprise with the Mother Warg's excellent stealth roll. He has a surprise round on you and will prepare an action to attack. Who is the least armored in the party?
Probably
Probably
me.
the skeleton.
Let me just check AC.
I have 19.
That's Johnny Life. Johnny Life, you hear her behind you as she growls, "Do not turn around, creature. None of you turn around. Keep facing forwards."
Understood.
"You will return my children to me. You will leave this place, and you will leave us alone. We will not bother you. You will not bother us."
I mean, that was kind of the plan.
Are we in agreement?
I can agree to that.
You all know,
That's what we wanted from you anyway.
the mother of the puppies will raise them to be evil, and they will terrorize this landscape. Killing other animals and people. They're just not going to deal with you.
You just said that she just said that she would leave the area, so...
She didn't say that. She said she would leave you alone. She wants you
Anybody
to
gonna
leave this area, like where her den is. Walk away now. Leave my babies.
If you and your babies agree to never visit the lands outside the castle, we can agree to your terms.
Roll me a request.
Okay, where is make a request?
And as a note, Julian, you know that they'll be out there somewhere terrorizing. Just now, instead of terrorizing city folk, they'll probably terrorize the surrounding farms.
Comes down to it.
Yeah, where is this thing? Make a request. Oh, make an impression request.
Okay, let me roll something.
Yes.
I need to know the truth. Will you leave her alone if she does not attack anyone in the city or the castle folk? The surrounding area of the castle. Meaning that if she went to the other side of the city and started raiding farms out there, you would leave her alone still?
If she started... I mean, I'm just saying... We will leave her alone if...
You don't hear about her again. As long as she commits her evil deeds outside of your line of sight, basically.
Yeah,
right?
well outside of where any of us would get wind of it.
Okay, so you're allowing evil deeds to happen far away. Just checking.
Somebody else can hunt her, so, yeah.
That is a very good point. If she does evil deeds elsewhere, someone else more suited to this could handle it. Which are justifications I will allow for the future. However, it is important to note that you are choosing to let this become someone else's problem after she has committed more crimes. Just for your own personal morals. I can agree to that. What? Says Lunch. Are you sending us away?
And just for the record, it's not Julian's... I mean, Julian does worship the god of the hunt, but his you know, morals says nothing about genociding all creatures.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not saying that you need to genocide every warg you come across. I am simply laying out the facts that you are letting it go, even though it's an evil-aligned creature that likely will become a problem for someone else.
Yep, there's lots of hunters out in this area.
Yep.
And, you know, they can enjoy the pleasure of the hunt too. So
I'm not penalizing you or anything, so you don't need to worry about it, Jack. are you guys then letting the puppies go? Lunch looks at you all sadly. He might have been a dick, but I don't know. He's been with you for a while. Dinner is, as always, aloof. The little ice queen that she is.
I mean, Dinner did pee on my foot. I could care less.
Do you care a lot?
I couldn't care any less.
Okay. Are you guys okay with just the puppies leaving with their mom then?
I am.
Okay, they do so.
I am.
Gift?
No. He's a little sad, but
You could
this
keep...
is the wild.
Yeah, you could keep the puppies if you wanted, but I guess it doesn't sound like you do, so... They leave with their mom. And with that,
It's
that's...
hard. You gotta,
That problem's
gotta
handled.
keep gift and moving. Yeah.
You guys all
We handle
return...
the problem.
You all return to the Citadel.
Now let's hope when we take a portal, we don't find a 3 wargs on the other side of it.
Just what? I
So-
mean, for all we know, one of them could come back and then at any time just be like, "What?"
What?
Like that.
What?
What? All right, you guys all return to Citadel. What now? Renali's been with you this whole time, by the way.
Oh.
Sleep.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
She's
Renali-
been-
She's like, huh, I don't think Jeff is as nice as I thought he was.
No, she's just been taking notes down. A passive observer.
I mean, I
But
think we're like morally dark gray.
as the
The whole-
evening begins and you guys begin settling down as anywhere you can in your Citadel, she does say, so about the portal home. Just making sure we haven't forgotten about that.
Yeah, we haven't forgotten about that, or or you. But to make this work, we're gonna have to kind of dig out the stairway, do some basic repairs around here first.
That Posandi gentleman seemed very eager in helping us, and you all realize Renali probably has no concept of money laundering or organized white-collar crime.
God, if she understands and goes back to her people, she could rule them all.
Will we be relying on him?
We should
I don't
speak to
believe
the
so.
other stonemason as well.
Didn't the stonemason we spoke to expressly said do not speak to the other one?
Well, he doesn't have control over our actions, so.
Oh. I just thought it would be rude if we did. I'm learning more about your culture every day. She scribbles in her notebook.
Oh,
I would say
it was fairly rude of
to-
what he did, so.
Oh,
I'd say it'd be rude to restrict us from meeting another person.
why?
We shouldn't be allowed to have our options.
Okay.
This Renali is a spider person, right?
Yeah, naughty.
Yeah. You've seen her transform exactly one time.
Right.
Gift did not. He was not here.
Oh yeah, you weren't here.
No,
you were unconscious, weren't you?
I was
He wasn't
stuck in
here.
a bunch of webs.
Yeah.
If you were
So
not,
that's the story I
if
chose.
you didn't have line of sight to her when she came down and attacked, and you were unconscious, you have no idea she's a spider person. Jeff has an inkling. Jeff has an inkling. Oh yeah,
But the
you missed this because you were not
The only-
present.
Technically,
But
the only
on-
person who knows currently is me because Juno's not here.
that is correct. So let me show you. This is what Renali looks like normally. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, ready.
Okay, this is Renali normally. And hold on, I have another image of her.
Okay.
That's her normally, okay?
She looks what?
The second image
What-
is more
what?
accurate. I know.
I was gonna say one looks like
Yeah, there's a big
the
difference.
image she would have put on her dating profile, and the other one looks like what she would actually look like.
I know. Anyways, when she transforms, she looks like that.
See, we did not see that when you
Yeah, you did. This is the exact one that I shared.
was it?
Pretty-
Okay.
That is pretty fucking frightening.
Yes.
Oh yeah, especially when she goes like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, you remember how I said that she climbed up out of that hole and she was like, yeah, I'm just an excellent climber? Yeah, no, she sticks to walls.
I mean, she didn't lie to us.
There's so much art.
But yeah.
You can play
no,
as them! You can play as
the
one!
body or a whole.
They are a
But I
whole
like
culture!
being a dog.
They're a whole culture. They're not from this continent, but they're a whole culture that hide the fact that they're spider people because it fucking scares people. Which is why only Jeff and Juno saw her transform to save y'all.
Hey, to be fair, we had it going pretty fucking good.
3 of you were down, 1 of you was heavily wounded. I don't know if it would
And I
have
had
worked out.
just killed the boss.
That is true. She killed the last guy, but she still helped. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Giff is gonna be like, did you see what happened to me in the cave where I was stuck in the spider webs and y'all had to get me out? He was trying to do that to us
Come on.
with
Poncho.
words.
Come here.
Words.
Poncho. No, you little shit. Carry on, roleplay amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
I was talking to you.
Oh, she just tilts her head as if she doesn't quite understand the subtleties of those kind of things. What are you doing?
Okey dokey.
Stop trying to steal that. I see you, you puppy. I see this puppy. My big special big boy. Oh, you stole that? See why you're looking so...
Yeah, okay.
Leave my Tanjiro plushie alone. Poncho's so cute, but sometimes I'll turn around and I'll notice, hey, 1 sec. What are you doing? You're not getting anything up there. It's not for a puppy. You leave it alone. You have so many toys and bones and chews. Be a good puppy. Or else I'll call the puppy chef and he'll turn you into soup. Soup!
Not General Tso's chicken.
Okay, I'm back. What's up then? What are you guys doing with the Renali and everything? Just reassuring her?
Julian would ask Renali, yeah, Renali, now seeing as we're going to be, well, it would be best to accompany you on this, going through the portal and all, just for your safety.
I
And we
agree.
also want to see, we also want to see what's on the other side, see if we can find any more of these Cinderclaw cultists. But could you tell us a little bit more about this wonky expanse of yours? See if we can prepare properly for it.
Do you want me to go over all of that right now, or do you want to fade to black and say that she does go over it all with you?
I mean, I don't personally know anything about this Mwanga expanse or how to prepare for it, so
I'll talk
it would
about
be
it
nice
in
to get
character
that
then.
information.
Yeah, give me a sec. Poncho, fuck off. Okay.
Unless anybody else knows about it and wants to tell me. So
The Moangi Expanse is a very, very large area. It's a massive jungle, and as such, many of its large cities and nations are separated and nearly countless. Most have been, some have been out of contact with the other lands of the Expanse, let alone those of the Inner-Sea region for centuries now. Most cultures have developed independent from any of the neighbors. I'm sorry, one moment. Poncho, I'm gonna put you in your den now. Come on, that was the last straw, big boy. Come on. Okay, you can lay on your bed, but you gotta stay there. If I see you on another counter, he's tall enough that he picks up things off of my countertops when he wants them. And he knows he's not supposed to, so I caught him this time, so he's now laying on his dog bed. But if I see him take anything else, I'm gonna have to take a moment to carry him to his den, because he clearly doesn't want to go to it. Anyways, as I was saying, most places develop independent of their neighbors because of that. There's no centralized government, so many of the diverse cities there exhibit a wide range of relationships with other people.
So is your home near this hunter's gate on the other side?
No, my home isn't. I have traveled far. I was
So how did you
an apprentice to the herbalist of the village, and they realized that it wasn't my passion. I don't know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be, and so the village gave me permission and furnished me to travel, saying that if I could not find a calling within 2 years, I would return and take over position as my tribe's chief herbalist. And so I
Interesting.
travel.
So you were wandering far from home and researching.
Yes.
Interesting.
Which is when I came across the Cinder Claws and became adversarial towards them. The
Were
Akuje
they hunting
elves
you?
as well. No, but it was clear to see that they were conducting evil activities. They worship something, I know not what.
I mean, how much do you know about the Cinderclaw activities in the area? Or did you just come across them at the Hunter's Gate?
I know enough that they need to be stopped.
So they're causing lots of trouble in the area.
Yes.
Who are these Akuje that you speak of?
They are an ancient group of elves. I'm not sure much about their history. Again, my people were very insular. But the Akuje are... They have jet black eyes. Black hair, dark brown skin. They're more muscular, it seems. They normally wear white paint. But I don't know much about their culture or their ways of lives. Again, I had only started interacting with them and then saw an opportunity to follow the Cinderclaws through their portal.
Well, do you know if these Akuje are aligned with the Dragonclaw cultists?
They certainly are not. They are fighting the Cinderclaws, clearly.
Interesting. So, well, we might possibly have friends on the other side. That's good to know.
We could talk with them
Have you ever...
once we make it through. I believe that they're currently fighting on that side of the portal, likely to try to regain control of the temple that the Cinderclaws took over.
Oh, there's a temple on the other side.
Yes, that's where they found the portal originally.
Interesting.
A temple too, and you will have to give me a while to find this information, but I can find it. thank you for the raid. And if it worked, it doesn't seem to have worked, annoyingly enough, but I got a new raid thing that should be popping up, but it isn't. Why not? Let me just check. Thank you for the raid, Unlikely Yokai. Shout her out! I know Yokai! It's been forever! You can see the animation of me whipping the shit out of my bardlings, but there was supposed to be another thing where a bunch of little RPG adventurers, based on how many people were raiding, came out now. But for some reason it didn't do that, so I've got to figure out why the heck he's not. That's not it. Let's see. One moment, let me try to get this checking again. Because I thought I got it working, but one sec. Edit. Sorry that it didn't work. Give me a sec. Did I not save it? Is that why it didn't work? It says it's saved. What the fuckies? I can drop this item to OBS. Alright, let me try just dropping it onto OBS. Something is definitely happening! Yeah, I don't know if you saw the, Well, I don't have a way to test this, apart from hopefully it will work the next time I'm raided. But thank you so much for the raid, Yokai. I hope that you're having an excellent evening, a fantastic night, and that you're enjoying yourself. It's good to see you again. I've missed you so much! We're currently in the middle of an interrogation scene where the party are conversing with one of their NPC allies. So I'm going to keep running that. But what were you doing? Talk about what you were up to. I'd love to know. And carry on, Julian, with what you were asking.
I believe Julian was asking about the temple on the other side.
Oh, right. I have to find that information. There we go. Now it's playing. I see it playing, but it's not playing on the, Oh, let me do this. That's interesting. Won't let me transition or change my scenes. Hush, puppy. You hear my puppy borking. Huh, weird. Well, I guess it'll work the next time, because I saw it work on my preview, but it won't let me actually transition from the current screen to the preview. You're playing Sheepo today, a fun little Metroidvania? Ooh, I'm excited to watch the VOD then. Alright, let me find information on the temple on the other side of the portal. This will take a while, so feel free to role play amongst each other while I'm trying to figure it out.
It's too late in the day for anyone to help me track an animal to make it familiar. So I'll sidetrack that for the next time. Sorry, Jeff.
No one's talking or anything while I'm trying to figure this out?
Well, is there anything specific you'd like me to ask her, or anybody wants to ask her?
Well, not right now. Please don't ask her anything. I'm already trying to find some information. Why don't you talk to each other for a change?
For a change, we've been talking to each other the entire fucking session. What are you talking about for a change?
Yeah. Rinaldi is rebooting right now, so.
Renali is rebooting.
Okay, in that case, I'm done looking. She just does not know the temple or who it's devoted to. She knows there was one, though.
Ah, interesting. And tell me, what is it like to go through one of these portals?
Give me a second. I'll try to find that now.
How's your ammo count, Jeff?
Say that again.
How's your ammo count?
Plentiful.
Good.
Why are we planning on shooting a lot of things soon?
No, you've done a lot of shooting. I just want to make sure you still have some. I can continue.
Yeah,
to
I
do
stocked
so.
up. Yeah, I stocked up. Don't you worry.
It basically is just like a tunnel being opened. That's it. It doesn't feel like anything.
All right. So you said you didn't have much dealings with this Kuje. Do you think they'd be... I know it might be a stretch to ask, but do you think they'd be hostile to us initially?
I don't believe so, but I can't speak on that. They
I
definitely
understand.
oppose the Cinder Claws.
Yeah, that is helpful. Is there anything we should be bringing, you think, on our journey?
Anything you need to survive a jungle.
Fair enough. I haven't been to a jungle, but I'll do my best to I'll get supplies for that.
I normally just survive off of what I can in the land itself. I don't bring much, but I assume that you all would need more things to survive.
Well, I can create food and water. That's not a problem.
That would be a huge help.
So, say the jungle is a terrain very difficult.
Yes, very.
I see. And what other dangerous natural wildlife, you think?
Plenty, yes.
Could you tell me anything about what my faces in that regard?
I would find it as difficult as it would be for you to tell me all of the natural predators of this area.
Fair enough. All right. I think that's all the questions he has for Renali.
Anyone else,
Thank you,
or are
Renali.
we...
That's enough to go on for me.
Sorry that
Anybody else have some questions about what's beyond?
I'm sorry that I couldn't have been more help.
Oh no, you are a great help. Thank you very much.
I can take you to my people and to the Ekuje when we come across, though, and they might be able to tell you more.
So, your people are close nearby.
No, not close, I wouldn't say. But not far enough that it wouldn't be difficult when we teleport through. We might be able to see my village, we might not. It depends on what you would want to do.
Well, that might be interesting.
I imagine we
how
should
far are
talk to the
these-
Ekuje elves first.
Are they closer, do you think?
Probably.
Very well. Well, I suppose we'll see when we get there what happens. But see if we can find the trail of these elves. But, once again, thank you. It's been most enlightening.
Again, I'm sorry I couldn't help more.
Again, you've been a great assistance.
All right. Anyone else, or do we move on to the next day?
I'd say move on to the next day.
It is now the 25th. What's everyone up to?
All right. I'm going to discuss with Jeff about tracking an animal. Jeff?
We going deer hunting.
We're going for an elk. Actually, let me ask Gift if elk are anywhere in the area.
We got can we get a moose?
The problem is I had to look at a list of animals that can be classified as familiars.
Oh, an elk was the best one you found?
Elks are
Quite
cool.
literally, that was...
Bro's like, elk was the best you could find. Elks are cool, dude.
They're...
No, I'm
I
just
could
sorry. I
get
was
a
thinking about
large
like a list.
animal as a familiar.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a bad choice. I was just thinking about like that's on the list of like basic familiars.
No, I quite literally went through a full list of all animals because familiars just use the pet trait. So I had to literally go familiar to pet, look at the list of pets. I, in technicality, could go for bramble.
Could
The
I?
bear.
Could you do an alligator?
I could do a crocodile. I don't think
Hell
there are any
yeah.
crocodiles this deep in forest.
It's
You
not.
might be able to
I
get
don't
one
know.
in the jungle if you wait, though. Crocodiles are in the jungle.
Ooh,
That
just
is true.
tell Quarters and Quarter and Bits to import a crocodile.
Mail
Order
order
a bit
crocodile
in-
wife!
I mean, the only reason, and I'm just going to say this out of character, is because elk come with the intimidation tag. I can use them to intimidate people.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Types of animal companions. Yeah, familiars use the animal companion trait, so it's like, Oh, I could go.
And
for
I
a
still have to get
leopard.
my link from Fantasy Grounds because they're doing a sale and I have an affiliate link if you guys ever wanted to run your own games or something. I keep forgetting to get that.
Alright, would leopards be found in the jungle?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe leopards are jungle animals.
Because my other option's a snow leopard.
Well, snow leopards
I
don't
don't
live
think.
in jungles.
Yeah, a snow leopard's not a
Um.
fucking jungle animal, Bone Man. What jungles
For
have snow
mountainous
leopards?
terrain,
Jungles aren't mountains, bro.
Yeah.
for where we currently are,
You'd
You're
have to go a
closer
little
to a
far.
mountain.
Yeah, you would have to. If you went to the mountain, you could get a snow leopard, but I'm gonna make that a whole session.
alright.
You're not
Oh, no,
close
I
enough
could
to
get
the
an
mountain
alligator.
unless you tell me that you just looked up online and you found that Citadel Tarian is like a few miles away from a mountain. By few, I mean 2 to 6. Anything more than that, and you're looking for a day trip to the mountains to catch a snow leopard. And I don't think people like Shifshank are gonna want to go on a day trip to the mountains to catch a fucking snow leopard. I think Shifshank's gonna be like, why are we catching snow leopards
damn it.
for?
God damn it, of course he had to ask if I could have a moose.
And
I'm
you
still
have a
going
moose?
for an elk. I like, yeah.
Mooses are cooler.
They are, but I like
It's
elk
not
a little
mooses. It's just moose.
I was gonna force him to only be able to find a moose, but now because of what fucking Betty just said, nah, you can find an elk if you want. Fuck you, Betty.
more. Alright.
I'm sorry, you have poor grammar.
What the fuck would you
No,
know about
I'm still-
mooses, you American swine?
I wonder
I would
if
have
you
to
could
find
get
a tundra.
It's not even American. It's Webster.
I wonder if you could find a capybara that just gives you +1 diplomacy because okay, he pull up.
Are moose related to caribou?
Holy fuck, what? This is why we never get anything done! It's not my pacing! It's not my pacing! It's not my pacing! How am I supposed to predict that the players are gonna be like, one of the players is gonna go, I wanna go catch an elk, and the other players are gonna spend fucking 10 minutes arguing about the differences between elk, moose, and
It's an
caribou.
elk.
Hi, friends.
I'm
What do you
going
think
for
about a
an
trip
elk.
to
I don't
Absalom?
know if they're related. Well, you
We're
were
not
asking me.
arguing-
I'm checking the notebook. Is there any elk nearby, River?
Yes,
Oh, thank fuck.
Yes,
there's also
elk
a moose nearby.
There's also a moose nearby.
There's also caribou.
No, there's no
Fuck
fucking
off.
caribou! Caribou are not. Oh my god, they're boreal forest, not forest.
It's
Okay.
Tundra, technically, but...
Oh my god! Oh my... Session's done!
Okay!
Session's done! You find one, okay? The elk goes, hey, what's up, bro? And you make it your fucking familiar. I'm not running this scene anymore. I'm done. I'm done with it.
You know what's
Finish
funny
with
is that
this
I'm
scene.
like- I'm so confident.
I thought
that
you were
Elk can probably
totally
speak
just gonna
common.
give it a Newfie accent just so he can't understand it.
You know what? Thanks for suggesting that. How's your mother? How's your father going in there? Or you're going out there?
I'm sorry. This was having a stroke. We're gonna have to put her down.
Betty.
The elk stares at you, eyes unfocused. What do you name your idiot elk?
I'm about to name it dinner.
You have
It's
pet
not your
named dinner.
fucking elk!
It's not your
Emergency
fucking elk.
ration.
God damn it. Fuck, I had a name and then Betty said dinner and I got pissed.
The noble
You should name
creature.
it John.
The noble creature looks down at you and says, "Go on, boy. You come from away or what?"
Don't make me
You
search
say
for
that. You
anything
speak to me
names
like in
before.
that voice again, and I'm gonna shoot you.
What?
You know what? Your father lived. And I'm actually going to spell it. Because I actually know Gaelic. Fuck off.
Well, they don't. We don't speak Gaelic in Newfie.
Do you not know who Father Lud is?
No, we're not Irish. We're
The
Newfie. No,
I
you
know.
don't understand.
Irish
We
is
might
in there.
have a heritage from that, but Newfie has become its own stupid fucking thing. Okay, like
What'd you
fucking.
say? Irish, French, Italian,
Well,
right?
technically, Father
No,
Lud's Welsh.
It's Irish, French, English, Scottish, and stupid that made Newfie. It looks at Jeff and it says, "Hi, boy, there. Your dog is looking right crooked today. Did he got up on the wrong side of bed?"
Do you guys need me? Because my coughing is just getting horrible.
You shoot Johnny Life's new elk. Roll your damage.
Why? Why?
I don't know what he's
Here.
saying, but he insulted me.
Are you rolling
you're already
damage,
in your
or did
end
you
of
not
the
actually shoot the elk?
Then you're fine.
If you guys don't need me, I'm gonna hop off.
You
I'm
feel
pretty
better.
sure you could go and be free for the evening. Anyone who would like to leave now. This elk shit is probably going to take up the rest of the session. Thank you all for coming. Have a great evening. Do you
Catch you
shoot?
next time, guys.
Do you actually shoot
Good night.
the elk or not? Good night, everybody.
No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna shoot the elk
Good.
yet.
The elk looks down at you and says, "It's a good thing you didn't do that, boy. I'd have to be stepping on the dog and squat it."
Alright, because... it's
Dog out there looking some stunned.
I'm gonna
Maybe you
look
even got
over at
unloaded.
Johnny Life. I'm gonna, you gotta get him away.
What's
Yeah,
wrong?
I'm having him transform.
What's wrong? You be looking like you're shit baked out there right now. Go on, you little sleeving. Go on, you little
I'm
sleeving.
using the
Yeah,
master
boy.
ability, Absorb Familiar.
Okay. You absorb the elk.
Alright.
The
It
elk.
is now...
The elk is standing perfectly still shit talking Jeff. Its outline remains for a moment before it slowly dissolves into light particles that float
Yeah,
their
it's
way
now
to
a
your
tattoo
body.
on my...
That float your way to your body before it becomes a tattoo on your bone as you just successfully absorb the elk.
Hey, which bone is it?
You're not getting the fucking elk, motherfucker.
I think he's speaking to me like that. I might get him, and I'll make it look like
Now
a bloody
he's only-
accident.
Now the elk can only communicate to me.
Someone's making a racket out there.
I know he is.
Would you mind telling him to
ignore
shut the
him.
fuck up?
Trust me, I want him to. Just
Fucking
to
little
find me.
sleeving. I bet you just dogged now with me being inside of you and all.
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
That's
Just in a form of protest, I'm chewing on his rib again.
Fucker.
That sheet seems to be chewing on your rib bone.
Yeah. I made a deal with him, he got my rib bone.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go home out of it then.
Alright, have fun.
You just feel the elk, like, recede from your mind for now, but it's there, always watching, always Newfie.
I'm so pissed Gift decided to say something.
Yeah, blame him. I didn't have an idea for that. I was just gonna make your elk a little weird, but nah, Newfie just spoke to me.
Go shoot the elk.
Elks even aren't particularly Newfie, by the way. It's just, you know, whatever, fuck you. I thought it would upset you.
Common.
Nah, I don't care.
It should. Alright, do we want to continue or wrap up here, boys?
We're
Oh,
going
fuck,
to
it's now
wrap up.
coming up into my own language. Fuck, I heard my slang. Okay, we're wrapping up. We're ending. We are ending for the evening. Nope. I heard me even say coming up. I cannot do this any longer. We're rating out.
He even sneezes in Newfie.
Fuck off! We're gonna rate another great content creator, and then what do I stream tomorrow? It should be troubleshooters, right?
Yeah, it's troubleshooters.
Awesome. We're doing troubleshooters tomorrow, so stay tuned. We're gonna raid into a Posse A. A Posse who? A Posse A. Who's playing some Resident Evil Requiem.
Off.
Make sure to give them all of your love and attention. And yeah, oh, also, I've gotten back into Uma Musume. It would really mean a lot for you if you guys played and joined our club. Because it kind of broke my heart before when I lost control of our club, when we were in the top 100 worldwide. So if you guys play, if you guys engage in it a ton, it would just kind of mean a lot to me personally. I would really like that. Even if you haven't played Uma Musume before, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good story. The new game mode is really crunchy, which I like. And I hope you will too. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow, where hopefully the raid alert is working properly. But since you guys couldn't see it, it's anytime I'm raided now, an elevator appears and then comes out based on how many people are raiding. Each person gets their own little RPG avatar mini. And if people really like that, and I get a lot of tips the next time it happens, I will be buying a widget where you guys can have RPG 1v1 duels with each other. Wow!
Catch the fade, Arthur.
Okay. Rating out. Bye!